Ken, what's up, Ken? Huh? I don't hear no beat, man.
The Beat 139 featuring Doc, Don Vito,
Yeah. What's up?
Harlem's
We
number
back.
one show.
We back.
Yeah.
So a little earlier, we had a little lightweight technical difficulty. Y'all got to understand something. We're a live show, so sometimes, you know, things got to be tweaked and all that. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all for rocking with us, sticking with us throughout the years. But, you know, every now and then you're going to get a little glitch, but we figured out like we always do. So we want to thank y'all for, you know, being patient with the Beat 139. So without further ado, got my man all the way from the BX. You know, he goes by the name of Iron Sheikh. What's up, brother?
Iron Sheikh in the building.
The Warlord, right? The Warlord Iron Sheikh, man.
Warlord is an acronym, though. Wisdom and righteousness is law over reckless decisions.
Right.
You know what I'm
Your
saying?
man Cameron Cousin right there. He from the BX too,
Peace and
man.
blessings, King. I seen him around in traffic. I seen him around.
Yeah.
I seen him around.
Yeah, he be over there. All that's his hood.
Yeah,
You know?
got you.
Yeah, man. So how your day going, brother?
Every day above ground is glorious. You know, I'm always appreciative, man. You know, I got my 5 senses. I can touch, taste, smell, hear. Everything else is, you know, on you to figure out. But
Got you.
you know, every time you get that reset and you wake up, it's up to you to make something happen.
Correct.
You know, so be blessed, man. You know, it could get a lot worse. It could get a lot better. But right now, it's okay.
That's right.
We could be in Palestine getting bombed on.
Right.
We could be in Ukraine getting packed up. So
Yeah.
we chilling. We could do what we want.
You right about that?
Yeah, you know, so everything is good, man. I can't complain.
Right.
I definitely want to give a shout to Knowledge. He said, yo, y'all got to get the Iron Sheik on here, man. He asked for you like months ago.
Yeah. Shout out to Knowledge, man. Peace and blessings.
So you from the X?
Yeah. I'm from the South Bronx, so you know, people, you know, the South Bronx is different from the rest of the Bronx. You got the South Bronx, then you got the South Bronx.
Right.
So South Bronx is 149th Street and under, and then the South Bronx is 149th, and I'm gonna say to like the middle of the Bronx, you could say 174th, like, you know, over that area. If you in the middle, if you on the east side, you could say from to like Bronx River and under, or whatever. And if you on the west side, you could say from like, I'm gonna say like Burnside, like and under. You say Burnside and under, the dark side with John Rambo and all them from and under. But that's all the South Bronx. You know?
Okay.
And then you got North Bronx. That's another world.
Right.
Yeah.
So how was life growing up as a young brother in the Bronx, man?
So when I grew up in the South Bronx, it was, you know, a lot of abandoned buildings. I was in the project, so it was like a bunch of establishments that ain't abandoned, and everything around it was like abandoned.
Right.
You know, so yeah, a lot of abandoned buildings, stray dogs, like they ran in packs. It was gangs of stray dogs, 50, 60 stray dogs. Fiends. A lot of kids was on the back of milk cartons. Niggas was disappearing. I could say,
Yeah. You
all
can.
right,
Yeah,
yeah. You know, children was disappearing, getting kidnapped. You know, they was coming into our communities. Me and my generation, me and a lot of my comrades, we was raised by our grandparents.
Got you.
My mom's had me at 15. When my mom's had me, my grandmoms gave her the boot, like, you gotta go because I just had your brother. I got an uncle 2 years older than me. So
Right.
my grandmom's like, I'm still working and you know what I'm saying, and procreating. How you gonna do that? Like, you supposed to be in school.
Right.
You know, so my grandmother took custody of me, her and her husband, my step grandfather, but that's my father. You know what I'm saying? He raised me from birth. I got his last name.
Right.
You know, he wifed her with 3 kids and made 2, which is my aunt, my uncle. But yeah, my grandparents raised me. Me and most of my comrades, we was raised by grandparents, so we was a little ahead of everybody else that was from our generation because we was raised by old folks.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you know, just regular house full of music. You know, my grandmother put that 8-track in. I'm putting the 8-track cassettes in. You know, we tapping in Blue Magic, Stylistics, Philly Soul. Everything, cartoons, kung fu flicks on Saturday, Kent movie theater on 167 with the rats running across your feet.
$5 movie joint.
$5 movie joints,
Yeah.
you know, bunch of gangs, like they was fading. like towards the like towards 81, 82, but I seen a lot of spades, skulls, nomads. The Chingalings, they used to guard the carnivals. They used to have a lot of carnivals on 3rd Avenue, and or the abandoned lots, and the gangs used to hold them down. Skelsies, hopscotch, you know, all the hood games, manhunt, catch and kiss. You know what I'm saying? Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3, tender patrol.
Hot piece and butter.
Yeah, come get your supper. You know, they had tender patrol, and then they had youth patrol. Ring-a-levia, you know. And then the youth patrol, they was people like the teenagers that wore like housing jackets, and they had walkie-talkies, and they would patrol the community, the steps and all that of the projects, make sure no rapes and no funny stuff going on. But the old ladies had tender patrol. You come in that building, they want to know what apartment you going to. And all that.
They should sit in the lobby.
Yeah, they sitting in the lobby, and they got the backup phone and all that, you know, too, and everything. So, you know, if they got to notify the authorities. But, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses knocking on your door, Avon, you know, my man grandmother selling Avon. Everybody's doors was practically open. You know, I could go inside your house, I can go in Doc house. You know, I didn't have to knock really to go in. Our doors was open. We in and out each other crib. Doc moms might cook. We eat at Doc house and kind of house.
Doors is open.
Yeah, it was super love. You know, no funny stuff. And then I remember being in, I was like in 2nd grade, and one day we go to play in the yard, and the 2nd grade teacher, I thought it was toys on the floor because it was colorful. I thought it was like some type of toys because we all had G.I. Joe's, Transformers, and I went to go grab it, and the teacher was like, "Don't touch that." So I'm like, "What is that?" Like, she like, "Don't worry about it. Don't touch it. It's bad." But those was crack valves. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up, in school?
Red tops and all that, green tops?
Yeah, but there was green tops. There was all type of colorful tops. So what it was when school hours is over, people used to go in the back of the schoolyards and all that and smoke crack and shoot up. Or, you know, they would sleep in the back there because, you know, the schoolyards is low, you know, the parks. And, yeah, I seen the tops. This was like 82, 83. And they was like, "Yo, don't touch those. Those is not good." And I'm like, "What is that?" And then that was like the beginning of the end. Like it shift. You could feel the paradigm. Like it shift. The whole community shift. But they start talking crack is whack and don't do drugs and you know, crime dog and all that. Take a bite out of the apple. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of graffiti too, because like a lot of graffiti legends come from my hood. So I remember, you know, always seeing mad art and stuff. And fashion, you know, like you know, I got pictures to this day, like me with Taylor suits on, AJ suits, the two-tone Taylors with the pony.
Swedish knits.
Yeah, the pony sneakers and all that. Cardigans and all that.
Mock necks.
Dudes was doing La Tigras and all that. You know,
Playboys.
Playboys.
Marshmallows.
That's before me. Playboys before me. But we had
British Walkers.
They were still doing it, but it was Jamaicans doing it. We had pro players. You know what I'm saying? They had pro players.
AJ Lester's. Used to go to AJ Lester's.
Yeah, they had AJ Lester's.
On 25th Street.
Yeah, Jew Man still.
Jew Man, Simpson Street.
Yeah, Simpson Street. So,
Delancey Street, going downtown, get the quarter fields.
Orchard. I used to go, my grandmother used to take me to Orchard Street. We get the P coats. Your P coat ain't real unless it got the sailor buttons.
Exactly.
They gotta have a sailor buttons with the anchors on it.
Correct.
The thick joint. Not no other type of
buttons.
Not
no shit from 3rd Avenue.
Yeah, not no shit from 3rd Avenue. Yeah, on McCory's. You know, back then they had
Alexander's and shit.
Yeah, Alexander, Woolworth. There you go. Yeah, none of that shit. So that was it. You know, growing up, it was love. It was love. It was beatings too. It was a lot of beatings.
Oh yeah, heavy.
And you had to fight to go outside.
Right.
You know, I remember that. You had to fight to go outside. Like if you want to play in the park, dudes gonna challenge you. A lot of snapping.
Yeah, a lot of snapping.
Yeah, they gonna violate your family.
Open chest and all that.
Open chest.
Smack boxing.
Corners in the
elevator. Right.
Everything. We going to the roofs. We taking the gravel, throwing it off. It's raining on dudes. Yeah. So another thing I remember growing up too, we had this basketball tournament called KC tournament, Coca-Cola Classics, and that tournament was like that was like the Bronx version of the Rucker. Because that's how I got introduced to Pep, Predator, shout out to Predator, Elevator, Big Daddy from Cincinnati, and all these basketball players. I'm not a basketball dude, by the way. I don't like basketball, football, baseball. Yeah, I don't like team sports. I like individual sports, boxing, martial arts, gymnastics. But that's how I got introduced
Richie Adams.
Richie Adams from my hood. Jamal Walker, he went to Duke from my project. Carlton Hines. Whatchamacallit is from my hood too. Walter Berry. He's from 158 in Cortland. Like he lived in a tenement building across from my
What's the name too far from me? With Tiny Nate Archibald?
Yeah, Tiny Nate Archibald. And,
from the Bronx? Tiny from the Bronx, yeah.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit used to come to Cortland a lot. Rod Strickland. He used to come a lot.
He from Mitchell.
Yeah, he from Mitchell, but he used to come to Cortland a lot. And Willie Colon is from Cortland. Melrose Projects. The football player. He played for Pittsburgh Steelers. Did he play for the Jets? He's from Cortland too. Okay. So, you know, it was good, pretty overall. It's a crack hit.
Hey, you got a good memory, man.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, because you reminded me a lot of stuff I forgot about.
Even the Kool-Aid tastes different now. That shit tastes different. Yeah. The Kool-Aid don't taste the same.
They whacked the Kool-Aid up, man.
Yeah, the Kool-Aid.
Oh, man, that Mr. Kool-Aid
tastes different.
Jay?
The
Kool-Aid 10 cents. Kool-Aid 10 cents.
Yeah, you lived off of Kool-Aid, man. You kidding me?
They don't taste the same. The tang, none of that.
Nah, they done whacked it all up, man.
And then my shit was the Pink Quick. When you pop the top to the can, the Pink Quick. I fuck with the Pink Quick.
What about the 25-cent juices?
Yeah, all that. Yeah, these penny candy stores and all that. That's another thing too. When people don't know, you don't see this no more in supermarkets. They had an aisle where everything was black and white. There was no frills.
There ain't no frills.
You had the fake cornflakes.
You remember the no frills lane? Yeah.
The whole
aisle.
Yeah,
they had the black and white.
Everything was black and
white. The white bottle and black lettuce.
Yep.
It just say rice.
Yup. It'll say chicken in a can, pork.
You know what I'm saying, Cash? Like, you ain't getting Uncle Ben's and you ain't getting Carolina. The joint just, the white bottle with black said rice.
Rice. Or chicken or pork.
That's the no frills joint, B.
And then what I do remember.
Forgot about that, man. Dude got a good memory, man.
What I do remember too,
where?
You ever seen the movie Claudine?
Claudine, yeah.
You seen the movie Claudine?
Yeah, black chick. Yeah, the black chick.
So that's one thing my grandmother, we had to do too. We had to hide the iron. Like you wasn't allowed to have shit. You know what I'm saying? But we had a wash machine and dryer in the house.
Right.
But I remember her saying like, yo, the people coming, we gotta hide the wash machine and dryer. So like we'll put it in our neighbor house. So I'm like, hide the wash machine and dryer. Like we had to hide shit because you wasn't allowed to have
in the building
and live on the system.
Got you. Whatever. Exactly.
So,
right.
Or have the guy in the house.
No, have the man in the house.
Yeah,
because my grandfather would, like stay out or whatever. But my grandmother had a system. She had a system. She had the system. Then and on Sundays, all the liquor stores used to be closed. So she sold bootleg liquor.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Blackberry brandy, Night Train, and all that other stuff. But,
Old English and all that.
And then my grandfather had the moonshine, because he's from South Carolina, Monk's Corner.
Right.
He had the moonshine, the corn liquor shit.
Charlemagne from?
Monk's Corner? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Monk's Corner is like type, that shit is like type inbreaded. That's like the black version of Hill Has Eyes. Like, that kissing cousin shit.
He always talk about
Yeah, but so that's probably why he's off. Yeah. He's probably off then because that kissing cousin shit is real down south. They boning their cousins and all that on the family. Family reunions and all that. We cousins, but like I like you. Yeah. That shit is not tolerated. Well, like in my family, that shit was like a no-no. But yeah, so like she just had different hustles, spade games on Fridays, card games. Kids is to be seen, not heard. Shut the fuck up, go in the room, don't make no noise. And just stuff like that, man. Overall.
So how do you get the name Iron Sheikh?
So my Islamic attribute is Sheikh Abdul Rahim, right? The iron is a title, like a symbol of strength, like being strong or whatever. Up north I lift a lot of weights, but I also I wasn't bendable, and what I mean by bendable is I was in prison during the height of the blood era. Like everybody was churning blood. A lot of dudes churned blood by force on some get down or lay down shit. And some dudes got starved in. Dudes was in OBCC and got starved in because the Bloods was the porters. Bro, you starve me, bro. When we go on this visit, and I have my peoples come see me on this visit, I'm popping on your kids. Like it's gonna be like some Family Feud shit. Cause I'm gonna let my family know when we on the visit, yo, doc, these niggas was starving me. Bro, I'm about to pop on this nigga, girl, him. We gonna beat all these niggas up. Y'all gonna help too. And yeah, even if y'all gotta catch a case, we gonna get these niggas now. Cause now I got access to you. They was doing funny shit with your slot and all that, not opening your slot and all that, starving niggas. Yeah. So they could, they gave me the iron title from just being strong, and I'm stern on something. Like You see how Patrick Ewing was with the Knicks to the end of his career till he like died nearly. Like if I'm with something, I'm with that. Like I'm not jumping. See how LeBron jumps teams.
Yeah.
I'm not like Patrick Ewing though. He's garbage, but
I know what you mean.
his loyalty was undefeated.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
He was like, I'm gonna be with the Knicks whether they win or lose.
correct.
So when I grew up, a lot of gangsters was Muslim 5%er and Nation of Islam stuff like that. So all I know is to be Muslim. Like what I'm saying, I'm not being no blood, no Crip. That ain't my speed. So it just was like a symbol of strength. Not being bendable, not being flexible. So they were like, you the Iron Sheik, you strong. The old timers gave me that name, and then
This is a wrestler, Iron Sheik.
Yeah, but he's not the first Sheik, Iron Sheik either. He's the first Iron Sheik, but there's two Sheiks before him. If you study
another
wrestling,
Sheik. Yeah, I
the
watch
Sheik
wrestling.
that used to
The
stab
other
niggas
Sheik
up
that
from the
stabbed,
60s.
yeah.
And then you got Sheikh Adnal al-KC. That was the second Sheik. Then came Iron Sheik.
yeah.
And that's why they gave him Iron Sheik, because they like, yo, it's two Sheiks before you.
Yeah.
So when people like, oh, you took it from the wrestler. He's not even the authentic. Like, you know what I'm saying? His dudes before him.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that it was just that, like, and then I acronymed it. Intelligence rule over negative nonsense. You know what I'm saying? And Sheik is so help educate innocent kids honorably. I just acronymed it because I like to teach, and I always used to try to help dudes. Yo, bro, you don't need to be in a gang. Nah, they telling me if I don't, man, they gonna eat my food and fight back, bro. Like snuff that nigga, beat him up, and just take the beat down. I'm gonna tell you this: a beat down when you fighting, 5 minutes. It seems like a long time when you fighting somebody.
It is a long time.
No, it is. But on the outside looking in, you like, you're fighting for 5 minutes. They tired, but then the mix is a long time.
It's a whole different
So
ballgame.
dudes don't know. Like I've been jumped so much growing up in the parks and all that. It was like regular in there, like because in the elevator you playing corners. Niggas will put the light bulb out and wolf pack you.
Your ass. That's right.
Wolf pack you in the
On the
elevator.
staircase too.
Yeah. So one thing I learned about getting jumped, y'all gonna hit each other more than y'all gonna hit me.
Right.
And if I lock it on one dude and just keep cooking him, headbutting him or bite on his ear, y'all trying to get both of y'all hitting him more than y'all hitting me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So dudes are scared to get jumped and beat up. Bro, you gotta get a few lumps and get some punches in. By the time then the pin is pulled, they running in. But at least you went out. And I'm gonna tell you this, what type of kid I was back in the days too. I got bullied for a minute. It was a kid named Little Ty. I was able to beat like most of the kids my age, but Little Ty, he was like he was like a Gary Coleman because he was short, but he was 3 years older than us, 4 years older than us. This nigga kind of knew how I liked the box, and he used to bust my nose and shit. And one day I didn't want to go outside. My grandma was like, "Why you ain't outside playing with the rest of the kids?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm chilling today." She like, "No." She like, "Listen, you dodging that boy?" She like, "Who you scared of, that boy or me?" So she like, "If you don't go out there, I got this extension cord for your ass."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm talking about cable wires like that.
Right.
But she used to scrape the tip of it so that copper
Yeah, get the wet,
Oh, that
yeah.
shit is Hellraiser barbed wire. So I'm like, I went outside and this one day he tried to play, and I did everything. Headbutt him, grabbed his balls, bit him. I stuck my thumb in his eyes. Like I won the fight though, and he ain't never bothered me no more, right? But the point was this, right? You gotta face your fears and overcome your fears, and then once you just don't care no more and you black out, you can get past it. You know what I'm saying?
I think we all had one kid dude in the neighborhood, because I had a dude, he was older than me. I don't put his name out there, and he was a bully. He see you want to punch on you, and we get in the corner, be like, "Yo, chill, right?" But I noticed he wasn't doing it to my cousin, because my cousin was working back.
Yeah.
So one day, and my cousin used to stop him from fucking with me, right? He was an older nigga, he had us a little intimidated. So one day my cousin wasn't there, and he caught me. I said, "Oh, they go this nigga, man." So the nigga caught me, right? So what he do, he don't hit you in the head, he always hit you in your legs, like, fucking your legs
frogs,
up.
like frog
He
hitting
get
frogs.
frog. He picking spots to hit the nigga. I'm like, "Yo, stop, this shit hurting too." The one day I caught that little thing with my head. Yo, hit that nigga back. And I went, whoom, 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 whoom. The nigga backed up. I said, "Oh, shit." Then I just kept going, whoom, whoom. Now I'm fucking him up. I said, "Damn, that's all I needed to do."
Because most bullies
the
is
nigga had my
cowards
heart.
anyway. Most bullies is cowards anyway.
Yeah, once I start working on him, he never did it again. What I'm saying, like you saying, the nigga had me here more. He had my heart more than the physical part. Once I did that shit and I saw I got the nigga, There's no more after that. But the nigga had the whole neighborhood like that, man. Oh, there you go. All niggas like moving out the way and all
fake
that shit.
Debo nigga.
Yeah, man. All of us had somebody growing up shit like that.
Knowledge
so,
and go ahead.
so let me say something. So you say you went up north.
Yeah.
What year was that?
I went up north January 21st, 1997 from Valhalla. But my cases is from 9-5 and 9-6. But the reason why I remember the date so clearly because January 21st, 1997 is my first baby mother's birthday.
Gotcha.
And she's the reason why I was in Valhalla. You know what I'm saying? She's the reason why I was in Valhalla. So that day always stood out and it was crazy. But yeah, I went up in 97. I got my number. They scalped me, skipped me, gave me my number, and sent me back
Downstate?
down. Yeah, downstate. Sprayed me down and all that. And then they sent me back down because I had to finish fighting my robberies that I had in the Bronx. Because I caught the Mount Vernon case while out on bail out for the robberies in the Bronx. So when I came back down to the Bronx, they brought me down to the Bronx house. Then from that, they sent me to C95. When I went to C95, I was first of all I was skinned, like I was looking like a baby petal or something. I don't know. It must have took the years off me, but the house I went in was 4 top, and this one I knew like I was in danger. It was 3 Muslims in the house. It was 4 Muslims in the house. 2 was cowards. 1 was like an old timer. He must have was like an ex-fiend or whatever. They all stuck together. Then there was one brother named Mujahid. They called him M.O.A.K. He stood there himself, but I noticed dudes didn't play with him. Anyway, this one I knew I was in danger and when I came to C95, because now I'm in the adults. I was in the adults in Valhalla, but when I left the Allen on Bella, I was still an adolescent. I bailed out from the C74. I was home 90 days, came back May 19th. They caught me coming from the Black Expo. And when I was going back and forth between the Bronx house and Valhalla, one day I go to the court and I just hear B-boy. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Blood up. It's like, but that shit sounded like it's 9 million niggas, like some Spartan shit. And they had dudes in different cells. It was like 3 cells full of dudes with just red and 3 cells full of dudes with just yellow and black on. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck going on? Because when I left C74, 9-6 February, the impact wasn't there yet. That 90 days I was gone, like that shit was like spreading like wildfire. So they was like, yo, there's a war going on with the blacks and the Latinos. I'm like, the blacks and the Latinos? They like, yeah, Bloods and Crips. I said, bro, that's not black and Latino. That's some gang shit. Like, you know, but
Latin Kings?
Yeah, Latin Kings and the Bloods went to war. It was like a 3-year war. And the
Latin Kings had black and yellow.
Yeah, black and yellow.
Yeah.
And the Bloods had red and black.
Correct.
Yeah, they was in the pins. With, like, that shit was crazy. And then they had the neutral pin. But then you had Bloods doing funny shit. Niggas had kufis with Qurans and prayer rugs, like some blending in sneak attack funny shit. So, but when they sent me to C95, the 2 black CO chicks came in to do the count. One name was Miss West, I remember. This bitch was bad too. She had the fat ass, short, dark skin chick. And she pieced the blood nigga. Like it was like only 5 blood niggas in the house. One was like a booty bandit on the low. They found out later his name was Skippy. Funny nigga named Skippy. But she pieced the blood niggas. I'm like, oh shit, the fucking cops is part of the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like that night, like one of the lieutenants came in. He was Latin King, Spanish nigga. So I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy. Where's the strength for the Muslims at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't none of that. You had to show out, but all the Muslims was on the dark side of C95, the cell side.
Cell,
You got
right.
the dorms,
Using
they
the
call
dorms,
the projects.
bunk beds.
Yeah, the projects and all that funny
Yeah,
shit.
bunk beds, yeah.
Niggas in the bathroom at night sneaking with trannies. The Nietas was still deep at that time.
Yeah.
So it's smelling like doo-doo. Niggas is boning. Niggas got bad wives on a visit.
Yeah.
The poppy niggas, but then they playing with the
Niggas
doo-doo.
used to take their motherfucking
lizard.
blanket on the bunk bed and put it down like a curtain.
Yeah.
And be in there with niggas,
Yeah,
man.
and wiggling with the lizard and all that.
On bump beds,
Yeah.
man. Like they got like a canopy shit up in there with a dude. Like the fuck is going on?
So you know, to speed up
I was in C95.
to speed up the process real quick, once I got up out the dorms or whatever, I went to the project side and they sent me to one up on the dark side. So the cell sides and C95, you had the light side and the dark side. The dark side, I think, go from 6 upper and 6 lower and under. So when I was in one upper, they sent me in a house called one upper. I was with Xavier from Sex Money, and we all in the same house. Me, Xavier from Sex Money and Murder, Sasquatch from No Fear, Sasquatch and Ism from No Fear, and it was a few Wild Cowboys in there because it seemed like everybody went down in 95, 96. Like Wild Cowboys, No Fear, Sex Money and Murder. Like they took down, how they taking down all these gangs now, but these was original New York cliques though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I was in one upper with dudes from No Fear, Wild Cowboys, Sex Money and Murder, and these dudes called the 10 Thieves from Brooklyn. My Muslim brother JB and them, they was like bank robbers or some shit. But that was a high classification house. And when we was in there, it seemed like it was peace at first. It only was one Poppy in the dorm. It was cool. We let Poppy watch Caliente every Saturday. But we'd go back and forth between Caliente and Soul Train. And Poppy was always on something, you know, oh, my brother, my friend, you know. And then once like 4 or 5 more Poppies came in there, and then 2 was fake Brawny, like they had size and it was about their business. Poppy switched up, and I know one morning I woke up to watch Soul Train, and Poppy's like, no, Caliente, like he turned it back. So I'm like, oh shit, I woke JB and all of them up. Yo, this nigga ain't letting me watch Soul Train. So JB, you know, he get dressed. Yo, Poppy, what's up? Boom. So they trying to like riff over the TV. Nah, y'all always watching Soul Train, like we watching Caliente. JB went back to his cell, gripped up. Xavier and all them gripped up. So long story short, like it turned into some Black Spanish shit all over again or whatever. And them niggas got it. And I'm half Afro Latino. I'm half Afro Boricua. So I don't want nobody. My father's a Black Puerto Rican, so I don't want nobody to think, oh, you being racist. But they packed the Poppies up. Them niggas got packed up. And the CO chick at that time was from Cortland. She was from my projects. And she was crying and screaming, yo, we all one and we need to unify. Blah, blah. That shit wasn't no unity going on. That shit was survival of the fittest, and it was hatred. Like, that shit was hatred, bro. But I soaked it all in, and I journalized it. I chronicled it, and that's what led me to never going back. But my bad, I ain't mean to.
But so what was the situations with the phone?
So the phones, it always was a blood phone, a Latin King phone, and a neutral phone. If it only was 2 phones.
I'm trying to tell niggas about this Rikers Island thing back in the day, the way it is now.
Yeah.
Tell them how it was then with the phones,
So
man.
the phones was, them shits, so they was, in 95, they was straight out. You had to have slot time. You had to fight for the slot time. But when I came, when I landed in C95 in 97, when I came back down from up north, they had the clicks. They had the 15-minute clicks, the 15 and the 5-minute clicks, right? But sometimes the phone would click out. Like, niggas is on that shit and it ain't telling you to hang up. Like, your call ain't over. That shit was like just rocking out. Cause I remember Xavier was on the phone for like 2 hours and him and JB was gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Like over the phone. Like, yo, I need that. They both was phone hogs anyway. So yeah, he rocked out. The phone used to just be clicking out sometimes. But that phone shit was dangerous. And a lot of dudes got stabbed up and hurt over the phone. But you would think it was just Rikers Island. When I got to Attica, it was these is collect call phones too, mind you, in Attica. Niggas had a Latin King phone, a Nieta phone. The 5%ers and the Nubians shared the phone. The Muslims had a phone. The Dominicans didn't have a phone. The Muslims, being passive and fake unity, stupid shit, and I'm Muslim, I'm saying is I ain't with, you know, sometimes you can't be docile. They gave the Dominicans Tuesdays and Thursdays. Then next thing you know, in Attica, it was only in D Block though. They gave them Tuesdays and Thursdays. Next thing you know, them niggas was on that shit Monday, Wednesday, because you know they getting the drug money, they getting the bag. The Dominican niggas gonna get the bag in jail. They gonna move dope, heroin, and all that. The Muslims, you know, we under like kind of righteous protocol, so we, you know, some deviate, but overall we not doing that. So that led to the Dominican and Muslim war, and Caballo was there at the time, the founder of the Trinitarios, and that shit was a nasty war. And one of my Muslim brothers got killed in the yard because he went to go stab Caballo. The Dominicans like jumped in front of that nigga like he the president. They protected him, and it was like it went down, and then they shot in the air one time, and dudes fake laid down, but then Ak got up again to try to stab him, and they hit him with the bullet, and he died. You know what I'm saying?
Tower.
Yeah, the gun tower. They whipped him out in the yard and all that. That shit
Gun
was
towers
crazy.
is real.
Crazy. I was in the Fed joint with Xavier Williams.
Yeah.
I was with Xavier Williams.
Nah, that's a gun tower.
Knowledge in the comment
Gun
section
tower.
said that
Yes.
Hassan Campbell spoke on you and said you was getting busy in jail. You and Hassan Campbell was in jail together?
Yeah, so me and Haas was in we was in C-74 together in '95. So when I first came through, I came through with a dude I was in junior high school with named Prince, and we went to 151 junior high school in the Bronx. And Prince wound up becoming like a big blood. They wound up calling him Bad Boy. His name wound up being switched to Bad Boy, and he rose through the ranks and became like a big homie or whatever. But when I first came through, I don't know the ropes because I'm not a DFY kid. I'm not a Sparfit kid, a Beach House kid, a group home kid. You know, it's dudes that
Been all through the
niggas been through the I grew up Captain Crunch and we watching He-Man and Transformers and Silverhawks, and I'm fighting in the park and the street and all that because people think all tough, every nigga in jail is tough, and every nigga that never been to jail ain't tough.
They think
right? So there's a lot of tough dudes that never been to jail. Right. So I'm used to fighting in the parks and the street. I was a tough kid, but now I go to jail. So dudes was telling me, yo, sign up for house gang. So I'm like, I don't want to be in no gang, right? So I'm not knowing house gang is the maintenance crew.
Right.
Like the cleaning.
Give extra time out and all that.
Give you extra time out and you get to sweep and clean the dorm.
Right.
I'm like, bro, I'm not joining no fucking gang. They like, bro, that's the maintenance workers, bro.
Yeah, you want them to get in house gang. Because niggas go lock in. You still out for a while. Talking shit.
Yo,
B, pass me the checkers and all that shit. I'm nigga got the broom line. Hold on, give me a sec.
Exactly.
So TV still be on.
TV can watch the game.
Exactly. So I'm in Mart 1. At this time in 95, Mart 1 was the reception dorm. And me and Prince going there together, me and Bad Boy going there together. And niggas tried to test me. I ran into a dude from my hood, my projects, when we go on the chow, because we used to have to walk the chow like in groups. Yeah. He didn't have his sneakers. A dude I grew up with, bro. I'm like, bro, where's your sneakers?
Slippers on?
Nah, they had that nigga in the socks.
Joints.
They took his sneakers.
Right,
so I'm like, bro, what house you in? He like, yo, I'm in Mar. He like, yo, I'm in Mar too. He already was in population. They was bullying that nigga.
Right.
I said, oh, okay, niggas ain't taking my sneakers. So my first fight was in Mar 1 because I got on the phone and the dude was like, all right, yo, you got to get off the phone. Like, I got to get on at 3 o'clock. So I'm not knowing he's phone checking me though. So I hang up thinking he gonna get on at 3 and then finish his call. I noticed like 2 hours
You
went by.
let the wire hang? You let the phone hang?
No, he ain't let it hang. No, because he was in this, we in reception house.
Okay, I got you.
A lot of them niggas wasn't tough either, but they kind of knew the ropes a little bit before the dudes who never been there at all. Yeah. So anyway, Prince was like, yo, bro, you finished on the phone? I said, nah, he said he had to use it at 3, but he never got off. He like, yo, punch that nigga in the face, bro. He's playing with you on the phone, bro. So I'm like, yo, bro, I need to get back on the phone. He like, yo, you gotta hold on. Like, so I noticed like 30 more minutes go by. Prince said, bro, snuff that nigga, man. Snuff him. So I cracked him. Bing. Right. So now they know, all right, fam can fight or whatever. Right. So he wound up taking over the house. Like one day, like I woke up, no phones was like on the wall.
He took
the two
took
phones.
Off.
He took both the phones. So niggas like, yo, where the fucking phones at? He put them shits in the middle of the floor, the day room floor. And he had a little razor already. He knew how to wrap it up, boof it, put it in his butt and all. I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga put the razor in his ass. So I'm thinking like, that's some homo shit. This nigga had a razor in his butt. Right. So I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Right. So he shitted that shit out. I was like, what's up? Like, who want the phones? So he took over the house.
And this the dude you fought?
No, this the dude I grew up with, Prince, that became Bad Boy. He wound up taking over the ranks or whatever. Right. So anyway, I'm seeing dudes now from Webster Projects and other kids I know, but they jail niggas, been niggas from Forest and all that. And they like, yo, what house you? I'm like, yo, I'm in Mall 1. They like, yo, anybody playing with you in there? I'm like, some of these niggas like was acting crazy. They like, yo, y'all come to population. Niggas is gonna pack y'all up and put y'all on a PC. I saw something from the town. So I already knew dudes that was like in position. So anyway, they sent me to Mar 4 Lower, right? I don't know, Hassan already got Mar 4 Lower North in the smash. Him and a Latin King nigga named Joel. So Hassan's locked up for 2 bodies at this time. I go to Mar 4 Lower South, that's the other side. Like, and the CO there was a dude named Oliver from Harlem. Oliver's like one of the most official COs ever, and a Muslim sister named Miss Abdul from Brooklyn and shit, cause she grew up with dementia. That's how I remember she was from Brooklyn. So when I go to the South Side, the dudes, they had niggas lined up on the wall. Like, yo, y'all gotta line up. I'm like, line up for what? They like, yo, y'all gotta shit up. Y'all gotta take a shit. I'm like, bro, I don't gotta take no shit, bro. I don't gotta do the fuck that niggas. They like, nah, we gotta make sure y'all don't got razors. Boofed in y'all. They making sure niggas ain't coming in their house with weapons and whatever.
Right,
so anyway, I'm like, bro, I'm not taking no shit, bro. Y'all niggas ain't gonna watch me take no shit or whatever. So they like, yo, then we gonna pack you up. So I'm thinking like they gonna pack my clothes up, right, and make me leave.
Yeah.
I'm like, pack me up. I said, pack me up. I said, bro, y'all can fold the clothes up. Like they like, no, we gonna beat you up.
Yeah.
So anyway, I go in the day room and I'm like, yo, whoever wanna come, like, let's fight, let's like we gonna throw hands. So it's a dude named Baby Rob from my hood. He seen me through the bubble. Like, you could look through the bubble and see the other side.
Right.
And all I know is Hassan Campbell and all them rushed to my side. Them niggas came deep, like they whole side. Because you know you got a hierarchy when you run a house.
Right,
you got the top niggas, then you got the day room dummies, you know, and the other niggas who share phone time on your phone, so they gotta fight for the phone too, because you giving them slot on your phone. Yeah. So all them coming to the south side, like, yo, what's going on? So I noticed the south side niggas was scared of them. So it was like a few 5% of niggas and Queens niggas and everything. So I saw him, was like, yo, I seen him. So when I'm in the day room waiting for the dude to come in and fight, nobody didn't want to fight. So he like, yo, fight my man one-on-one. The dude didn't want to fight. Hassan smacks the shit out of him. Bow! And then they go like, oh, shit, he holding his face. So he like, yo, I'm going to get you pulled to my side. Y'all niggas play with my son from the town. We going to eat y'all niggas. Yeah, we going to pack all y'all niggas out, whatever. So I eventually went to his side. And then as time went on, it led to us going against these Brownsville dudes. Rest in peace to Trey Deuce. Trey Deuce looked at like Demencio. He was known in Brownsville, but they killed him. They shot him in the phone booth or something like that. Killed him when he went home from Green Correctional Facility. But he used to say him and Papa Jock was cousins. Papa Jock is another dude from Brownsville. He was ABG. Anybody can get it. He was like one of the founders of that shit. So we wound up fighting them. We wound up going to war with them because they was getting weed and wasn't setting it out to the peoples of the house. You know, if you run the house and he run the house, whoever get weed, drugs, anything, we got to set you out because it's y'all crib. Right. So Trey Deuce and them wasn't setting none of the weed out of nothing. So one day I see them rolling up in the back. I tell Hassan them, yo, these niggas got mad drugs. They rolling up. He like, word, he pressed them. They was like, they ain't got no drugs. And next thing you know, it led to us fighting. It was like a family feud or whatever. I knocked Trey Deuce out. We was rumbling. Hassan beat a few niggas out. We fighting. Then the Turtles came. They was just beating all of us up. You know what I'm saying?
Orange crushing.
Yeah, orange crushing. They fucking all of us up. We adolescents. And Hassan and them, they packed Trey Deuce and them all them up. They left. They went to Mar 2 and other houses. And then two dudes came in, Corey D, not the original Corey D from South Jamaica, Queens, but another dude named Corey D. His co-defendant name was Gams. They tried to go for the phones. I had swelt Gams' eye, and because he was trying to get the phone time. And then one day one morning I'm brushing my teeth. Gams had heart too, a little short nigga. I'm brushing my teeth one morning. Him and Corey D come in the bathroom. But the floors just was mopped, and them niggas popped on me, and I slipped. Right. So, you know, just whatever, they wolf packing me until, the rest of the team of the house came. So it was a dude that was down with us named Big Nieta, Big Nieta nigga and all that. He had knocked Corey D out or whatever, and then that was the last thing. Then Hassan went to the adults. And when he went to the adults and the team got broken up, I still was in Marford Lower. Miss Abdul and them pulled Trey Deuce and them back down. All I know is I came from court one day, and them niggas was back deep, the Brownsville niggas, and I was there dolo. And them niggas jumped me. Them niggas rocked me, they jumped me. And then by the time then, the power structure of the South Side had changed. So they sent me to Mar 2 for a minute with my man Master and all them from Webster, and then I went to Marford Law South, which was all Mitchell Projects niggas. Shorty Bronx and Little Vicious and all them niggas. And it was all love after that, whatever. But the Brownsville niggas wound up leaving again or whatever, because they was programmed gangsters, so they couldn't live in like 2 Top Butcher Shop and 4 Main House of Pain. 4 Main House of Pain, all them Dominican dudes.
C-74.
Yeah, C-74. All the dudes in 4 Main, my man 2, rest in peace, 2 was Matatan. That's like the first Dominican game. It was Dominican Powers, Dominicans Don't Play, DDP, and it was the Matatans. Caballo had united all 3 of them. That's why they called the Trinitarios. That mean like the Trinity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, but my man 2 was Matatan. I'm a graffiti legend. I'm an underground graffiti legend. So I always was tight with all the poppies through graffiti and all that shit. So them niggas was top Dominican Johnny Blaze and all them niggas was top Dominican slashers, predicate niggas and all that. So them niggas couldn't even go to Four Top and Two Main, and you had Lemon Head and Little Rich. All them niggas was from the Bronx. The Bronx niggas had Two Top and Four Main in the smash, but the niggas in Four Main was Spanish, and the niggas in Two Top was black. So niggas was damned if they do, damned if they don't. Because one thing about when I was an adolescent too, the Bronx niggas stuck together. It was HBO. It was Harlem and Bronx only. So niggas stuck together. You fuck with a Harlem or Bronx nigga, like it was on. You know what I'm saying? And the Brooklyn niggas and Queens niggas did whatever they did.
Correct.
Or whatever. So that's how it was with me with C74. Just a lot of fighting, and the COs was grimy, and that's the first time I ever seen niggas niggas was saying they was boning the CO. I'm like, that's your, you fucking her? Like, that's your girl? But what they really meant was niggas was looking through the bubble at her tight pants, and niggas was beating off, visualizing they boning her. I'm like, this is some potential rapo shit. These niggas are fucking, he's a
pervert shit.
Yeah, he's like a voyeur or something, like some luster nigga. But like the CO might have tight, and which was crazy was they knew some of these niggas was doing that. Because it's these 3 CO sisters called the Calabras. Miss Calabras, there's 3 of them. The short one, like, got dignity. She wasn't on no funny shit. But you had the thick one. This bitch was super thick. She reminded me of Vanessa Del Rio. Niggas, she'd be asleep, like, on her tour, and niggas was going up on her. Nutting on her pants and all. Like, she'd wake up. Bro, listen. Wow. Niggas be like, yo, I gunned her down, blah, blah, blah. These bitches was pedophiles, bro. They was letting some of these adolescent niggas bone them, though, or know they beating off to them and all. Bro, this shit was, all of it was unhealthy, bro. Psychologically unhealthy shit. Niggas was beating off. There'd be 4 and 5 niggas right next to each other beating off to the CO in the bubble. I'm like, oh, I can't even get up knowing another nigga arm is around my arm. That shit ain't making no, these niggas was, bro, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit is unhealthy. Prison is unhealthy.
Adolescence.
And, yeah, adolescence.
I had on tans.
No, niggas was getting
clean?
fresh. No, niggas was getting fresh in 95.
It wore clothes.
Cause I had Axel, I had like 12 Axel racing shirts, mad Guess jeans. We would fold our jeans up and put it under our mattress to crease our pants. And I remember niggas.
So they still letting niggas wear regular clothes at that time?
At that time, because when we go to court sometimes, niggas be like, yo, I'm going shopping.
Right.
And niggas will go to court bummy on purpose, knowing they gonna rob some fly niggas.
Right.
And come back with some fly
going
shit.
shopping.
Yeah.
Niggas going to court to take niggas shit.
Yeah, niggas going to the pins.
Shopping.
Yeah, they going to the
That's
pins,
crazy.
robbing niggas. And then, you know, the Brooklyn niggas, they was poloed up. They had 1,000 rugbies. Them niggas is Ralph Lauren masters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they had all that Ralph Lauren shit on. Dudes is coming back fresh. You know, dudes coming back with North Faces and all that. Yo, you caught that in the pins? Yeah, I just robbed this new nigga. He got locked up. But I'm like, oh, this shit is crazy, bro. Like, it was just wild. Niggas was sharing clothes.
It's about watches.
Only a few niggas had jury. Only a few dudes had jury. And every nigga that had jury was maniacs.
Had some strength, right?
Yeah, it was a
if
dude.
If a nigga had jury, you know he was about that life.
It was a dude named Fulo.
Because everybody wear jury. You see a nigga wearing jury?
Yeah.
That showed he was that dude.
Yo, it was a dude named Fulo. Fulo was a predicate slasher. And he was like the #1 predicate slasher. If anybody was in the 4 building in 1995, 1994, they know Fulo. This nigga had like 15 chains, bro. And niggas didn't play with him, bro.
Where he's from?
I don't know where Fulo was from, but he was always in the box though.
Right.
He never was in population. He come out, he eat in there. I was with the original Mel Murder too, from Lower East Side, because people think Mel Matrix. I ain't saying he don't get busy, but people call Mel Matrix Mel Murder. They used to call him that. But I remember the original Mel Murder was from Lower East Side, Bed-Stuy and all that. It only was like 5, 6 bloods when I was an adolescent. And if a nigga was blood back then, he was cutting like the captain. He was like, you know, them niggas was putting in super pain. Like, it wasn't no, this shit is watered down now. This shit is oversaturated. But back then, if a dude said he was blood, he was cutting COs. You know, he'd cut your moms on the visiting floor. Like, that shit was messy.
Wow.
Yeah, that shit was messy. But I met Hassan Campbell there, and he was holding it down. Then he went to the adults, and then he beat the 2 bodies and went home. And then I ran into him in 97 when I was coming through downstate. Now I'm back up. I'm finally back up. Me and Dick Wolf together, and we go into our housing unit, because now from there, they sending me to Green. And I ran into him again. I'm like, yo, bro, what's up? He like, nah, they gave me time served. I'm about to go home. So before he went home, because he was blood and Muslim, right? So they was calling that Da Muslim back then, right? I never jacked that shit. Like, you can't be blood and Muslim. Like you can't serve two masters. Like it's dudes that's Crip and Muslim, blood and Muslim. So anyway, and when we was in downstate, at this time, Robo Just was there, the original Robo Just from South Jamaica, Queens, GKB, Non-Trey, Dead Eyes was there, Latin King Heck Tech, Scar Valentine, Dick Wolf. It was basically a lot of champions from every nation was there. The Ethos Muslims was all type of niggas that was putting in pain that was there from every nation. So the imam, he did Fed time and state time before. He let it be known, yo, if there's any Muslims in the rank that's blood, y'all can come to Juma, but y'all not a part of our community because y'all can't be both. You know what I'm saying? So Robo Just and them had made a call where they was calling us like, they was calling dudes calling them magic carpet riders. That was like one of their slangs. So they wanted to get Hassan, right? And they gave him an option. Either you gonna be blood or Muslim. So I remember that day. We all went to the yard deep. Germs was there, the original Germs, Ferguson. There's two Fergusons though. One name is Ferguson, one name is Germs, but his last name is Ferguson. They both predicate slashers. So we go to the yard that day. Niggas is strapped up. So it's the Bloods and it's the Muslims. And they gave Hassan Campbell an option. Yo, you gonna be Muslim or you gonna be blood? You know, you dog or not. That's when they used to say dog and shit, doing only gangster shit. And he was like, nah, I'm Muslim. I believe in Allah. That was the smartest shit he ever did. Because if he'd have went with them, they was gonna try to blow his top off anyway. Like, you know, they'd have rocked him. He was out of there. They was gonna pack him up because they got tired of him being both. Like he was dealing with both. And he was like, yo, I'm Muslim. And he dropped the blood shit and never did the blood thing again. But that was in 9/7 when we was in downstate. So I mentioned that because that's the second time me and him was going. Like the first time with the Brownsville niggas, we engaged in war with the Brownsville niggas. But this was gonna be the second time we was gonna be back to back. You know what I'm saying? Because the Muslims like, Iron, you riding with him? I'm like, yeah. You know, that's my man. I know I'm from the town or whatever. But that was that. You know.
So what you saying? You pretty much backing up what he say, because a lot of people he have a lot of like drama on YouTube, and people say, oh, he wasn't locked up for bodies, he's lying. So basically, what you backing that up, it was bodies he's locked up for.
Yeah. So he been locked up twice for bodies. I know he beat 2 bodies. And then he went back for another body. I don't know if that was the body they tried to affiliate with him and Xavier and another dude. But he beat like 3 bodies altogether. Fam is not a game though. Like, see, the YouTube shit, you know, there's a lot of solid dudes on YouTube, right? But social media done watered so many people down, right? Because you want to change, you want to make some money, but you don't want to be in the street making money because nobody want to be selling drugs forever or robbing, shooting, and killing forever. So dudes do podcasts, right? Just because y'all podcast people, that don't mean y'all suckers or that y'all not who y'all say y'all are, right? But for those who was outside in the early 90s and knew who B.O. was, B.O. killed 2 dudes next to me, like right next to me. Like one day I'm coming out the fever. This the night Nas performed. And Big Bam is a dude named Big Bam from the Bronx. He do security.
Yeah, we was with Bam last night.
Yeah, that's my
Bam
Bam is my old. That's one of my OGs. Bam was the warlord for the first division of the Black Spades. They used to call him Death on the D Train. But he bodyguards for rappers. So in '94, the Fever was on East Tremont. He was bodyguarding for Nas, and all type of demons and shooters was in there at that time. But a dude bumped B.O. He must have didn't know who B.O. was. He bumped him. B.O. didn't say nothing. But when that shit was over on the let out, so me and my peoples, we like standing on a hill, like probably 8 feet down from the door where they let out in the Fever, because it was 2 exits. They could let you out on Webster across from the Popeyes, or you can come out right on the hill.
Correct.
But we on the hill, and the dudes was like close to us that bumped him. Fam, he came
Jerome.
right, huh?
On Jerome.
No.
This is the old
No.
one.
Huh?
This is before it was Roomba.
Yeah.
They had it as Roomba right there on the tree.
Yeah, this before it was Roomba. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that one, that
yeah,
Fever.
Yeah, that Fever.
Remember, they was
Yeah,
the
you
Disco
talking
Fever.
Disco Fever.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Disco
Jerome.
Fever and the
That's what you're
Fever
talking
is
about.
2 different things.
Got you.
Disco
Okay.
Fever is the white Italian.
Right.
dude with-
Sal.
Yeah, Sal. Yeah, no,
Sal.
that's the super legendary epic.
Sal,
That's my era,
Yeah,
champ.
that's your era.
You
So
know what I mean?
the Fever,
Yeah, I got you.
the regular Fever, not Disco Fever. The regular
you.
Fever is my era.
East.
Yeah, so we talking 93, 92. This when Nas had With Nas, he did Live at the Barbecue, and he did New York State of Mind. This when Illmatic first dropped, like 93 or something like that. But the dude who bumped B.O., he came out and just shot the nigga right in the head. Bang, bang, bang. But it caught me off guard because me and my mans, we vibing. We about to bag some bunnies. And he flatlined Fam. And Fam, like, slumped over and his friends ran. They ran on him. They just ran on him and left him. But he hopped in a Lincoln Town car and they spent off. And he got out of there. But Fam was extorting a lot of niggas. Fam was feared. He was very feared. There's levels to gangsterism and apex predators and different animals, you know, but, you know, a lot of dudes were scared of him. You know what I'm saying? He had a strong team. And Hassan was like one of his young shooters. He was like his protege. And I remember how his shit was going off, right? His gun was going off. I know dudes probably be like, I don't care about them old nigga stories. This is what a nigga do now. And he got shot in Bronx River, blah, blah, blah. See, when you know, I'm not making no excuses for that man. But I know if I got a house with a big garden, mad daughters, and I'm getting money and I'm eating and I got a beautiful wife, I don't really want to come outside and get back into no shooting and gunplay either. Not saying he won't. I'm speaking from my aspect in life. But I know when I grew up, Fam was in a game and shit was going off and he was putting in a lot of pain. You know, y'all take it for what y'all worth, what y'all feel is worth with that. You know.
Y'all heard it.
There it is, yeah.
646-628-4264. If you want to call in and talk to the Iron Sheikh, 646-628-4264. So you's a battle rapper too.
I'm an overall artist, but I do indulge in battle rap. I'm an overall artist because even when I was battle rapping, I was putting out mixtapes and music videos and all that. But Lux convinced me to go into battle rap because
Lux?
Yeah, Lux. Because when I first came home in 2005, my peoples was connected with the dudes from Fight Club. So I tried out for Fight Club, Executive Nick, International P and all of them. I tried out with Fight Club. And when I tried out for Fight Club, I thought you could just go straight to the pool table, like where Jin battled Sirius Jones and all that. Nah, they be having tryouts. So one day I went for tryouts. 40 Cal was laying on the couch because he used to record in a studio. And he was tight with them. He used to fuck with them heavy. It was like 70 people waiting in the room. So I'm like, yo, who all these dudes? They like, yo, this is the tryouts. Y'all niggas got to try out, right? So I'm asking the dudes, like, where y'all from? Most of them niggas was from Philly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you, Philly, same way Philly is known for boxing, Philly got some of the best underground rappers. Somebody calling in?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yes, caller, you on the beat 139. You here with Iron Sheikh?
Sheikh was good. Salam alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. What's good? Peace and blessings.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? It's crazy. I was scrolling and then I seen the beat up there, and I seen you sitting up there, and I seen my name in the title. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Hassan. What up?
Yeah. It was good, boy. What's going on?
Everything is good.
Yo, how
Yeah,
up, champ?
You know what? I was listening to him take us down memory lane. You know, me and Iron Sheikh was definitely back to back, going at it with niggas inside the penitentiary. We was holding it down together, you know, but I wanted to elaborate off of what he said, you know. See, what people don't understand, right? For one, in the situation when I got shot, niggas who shot me had masks on. You know what I mean? Number one. Number two, with me going out in Bronx River, I deserved everything that I got because I went out there pissy drunk. I didn't even know how I got there. And me ranting and ranting, I waited for the shooters to come. I stood there. I begged for what I got. So, you know, you got to be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. I got it. You know what I mean? But that was the best thing that happened to me because I was mentally spiraling because of some of the things that the childhood trauma that I went through with my moms and the shit that I went through with Bam. I was spiraling. So me actually getting shot was giving me a second chance at life. It actually rebirthed me and put me back to the old me. Now, what Sheikh was saying is what a lot of people don't understand is a lot of us old school killers, we want to come back out and really, really show our ass. But there is absolutely no way. If you decide in today's time to go outside and drop a body, you might as well make sure you kiss your family goodbye. You have no ways of getting around it with this technology.
Correct.
You will never make sure you mentally prepare yourself that you will never. I got autistic children out here that's gonna be children for the rest of their life, even though they're gonna age as adults. They're gonna be children for the rest of their life, and nobody's gonna take care of them.
Right.
So now I had to learn to make sacrifices. While the niggas be like, "Oh, Haas don't be outside." I had to learn to stay in the house and actually figure out a way to raise autistic children by being in the house. You know what I mean? Because you don't want just anybody raising your children as autistic. It's not easy to deal with them. People would hit them, hurt them. You know, so I spent my time when I watched all the niggas around me getting life in jail. All my main niggas, I'm not talking about some of the niggas that you see around me that's been around for years, even though some of them T-Max is coming home from jail doing 17. Well, he didn't do 17, he did 11. He was supposed to do 17. He gave some time back. But my whole thing is I watched all my niggas at the same time go to jail. So now my common sense kicked in like, yo, in order for me to survive, I have to kill my reputation, or my reputation is going to kill me. You can't have both. You will not hold down a family and hold down the streets at the same time. You're gonna lose one. Yeah. And just mentally prepare yourself. When you go to jail, another nigga is gonna be smacking your kids in the head like, get out of here, and he gonna have your wife in a room with her legs up in the air in a Boston crab. Yeah, another nigga is not gonna be sitting up there swimming in my pond.
Facts though.
He said the Boston crab.
The Boston crab.
So how Sheikh definitely verified a lot of stuff you were saying, because you know a lot of guys was challenging a lot of things you saying that you know stuff you saying wasn't true, but he verified everything you were saying though.
Listen, it's like this. Y'all see me down at Heaven Up in Harlem, and y'all a lot of my enemies was there. Did you see anybody do anything to me?
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, we was 30 deep up in there. Niggas was scattered all through the park. And I ain't gonna really speak on the situation that made me leave, because I ain't trying to embarrass the nigga, whatever the case may be. But I don't know if y'all even know why I left.
Who?
Y'all know I got into a situation before I left Heaven Up in Harlem, right?
Nah, I didn't know nothing because I didn't go. I was at work. You know,
Situation.
I heard, but some people said it wasn't true. I heard like 2 weeks after it happened, they said that him and
yeah.
I heard it wasn't
true.
So
no. What it was me and son got into it. You know what I mean? And you know, make a long story short, I don't want to say the nigga name, but he was like, yo, you know, because niggas try to bring us together, and I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, it ain't nothing for me and son to talk about. And he could go his way, I could go my way. You got the mayor here. We ain't trying to have nothing there. You know, so some words was exchanged, and he was like, yo, you said XYZ about my dead mother, you know what I mean? And then I was like, you know, F your dead mother.
Wow.
Nigga was like, yo, I mean, we ain't gonna say his name though. Nigga was like, yo, I'll punch you in your face. I said, I dare you. I snatch your soul out of your shirt right now. You know what I mean? So that's how that situation ended. But in our best interest, niggas didn't want to act stupid in front of the mayor. So we out. We all left right after that.
Oh, so that was true then, because I heard one story. They said y'all got into it, but then they said, nah, that wasn't true. Nothing happened, and I ain't hear nothing else about it. But
one thing y'all did see is that throughout all the lies that people tell, the internet will make you feel like niggas. The love that I got down there was crazy, and y'all got to see that. Y'all was there for it.
Yeah, you got love.
The love was crazy. The love was definitely crazy. It made me feel good to see that my people had love for me like that. So it was a beautiful thing, even though, you know, when I left, Jim ended up coming late. I would have loved to see Jim Jones, because I want people to see how the altercation is going to turn out when he got his people and I got my people. I'm not saying I want beef with Jim, but saying like, nigga, the niggas around me is strong too. What you think it's just going to be? We just going to fold?
And Hosh, you know what's crazy about that? They told us, but we ain't never speak on the air, right? They said, well, I said, I don't know nothing about it. I ain't going to speak on nothing that's false. But they said you knew Jim was coming and you ran out of here. That's why I never heard about the joint with Homeboy till 2 weeks later. But when Jim came up, they was like, yo, where Hock? They saw you doing an interview with us. So they was like, yo, Where Hosh, you seen him? They said he broke out because somebody told him that Jim is on his way. Jim said he 10 minutes away, and you ran out of there. I said, I don't know. We was doing our own thing.
Oh wow! So who started that rumor? That's a nasty one. So I mean, like you gotta understand. Like first of all, right? All of the niggas that you gotta understand. Some of the niggas that was there with me were some of the top killers from New York. Looking at these niggas, you can't tell. But the niggas that was there, first of all, like some of the niggas, if you go back and you look at one of the niggas, the light skinned nigga that was standing next to me, he just did 25 years.
Yeah, he's supposed to come on the show. I got his number.
He just coming home fresh off of a body. 25 years, right? That's my right hand man. If you look at the other nigga, he just caught a body in jail. He did 17 years in jail. You look at the other niggas, you got some of the niggas from the 25 to life crew that was out there with me. So all of these niggas did 25 plus years in jail. And everybody is pretty much moving on the same time it was on back in the days. If it's up, it's up. You think that niggas left? Like, do you really? Which first of all, what was going to happen with the mayor there? That park was the safest place in the world.
Yeah.
That's facts.
The most a fight, but not no gun.
So real quick.
Oh no! Because the scrambler punched me in my face, I would have lifted him in front of everybody.
So
Hassan,
while you on the air, real quick, brother, while you on the air, this is the question I want to ask because this is, they got a lot of followers and viewers, and you got a lot of followers and viewers, right? If the elders and the OGs can't agree to disagree or get it correct, how are we going to expect the youth to agree to disagree or get it correct? That's one question. And then the second thing is this, right? The machine already know is disunity amongst us, and they're capitalizing off of the disunity amongst us. So they giving dudes 1,000 indictments and RICOs and shit like that, right? But they not indicting and giving RICOs to the Albanians, the Jewish mafia, and all these other ethnicities that have whole movements going on right now within the 5 boroughs, but they operating behind businesses, right? So being that the black people know we targeted, right? They already sent the military through Chicago and everything, and they're going to send them through New York, eventually Atlanta, and every other black city. How do we nip this shit in the bud now before they weaponize our own errors and mistakes against us and get rid of all of us from the old to the young?
Well, first of all, this is what you got to understand, right? It's like how you say the gods don't mortal with the mingles.
The gods don't mingle with the mortals.
Yeah. If it can't be peace, then it must be war. And all of us is not meant to get together. You see what I'm saying? All of us is not meant to. And going into the new America, which is our land, we can't take everybody with us. There is some people that's going to ride along on this boat. First of all, certain niggas they're going to go in a house, and they're going to wait for the revolution to be over. Then they're going to come back out and they're going to flex their muscle. And they're going to reestablish themselves selling dope, coke, crack, and they're going to do everything that they could do to get back to the old ways of destroying our people. So those niggas got to be eliminated. You got to get them out of our circle. Then you got to understand something, right? Some of these people that I be beefing with is digital COINTELPRO. They're not beefing with me out of the sheer thing of jealousy. These niggas are on federal payrolls, and they here to be agitators against people that have a voice that be using their voice. There's silent wars against niggas like me. And then you got to understand, the biggest weapon that we have is our voice. Most of our leaders, even the Charlie Kirk nigga, he got his TV turned off just for talking. He wasn't doing nothing else but talking. But when you have a following and you got people listening to you, that's listening to your voice, you are a threat to this structure. So when you start doing that, automatically they start creating people that look just like you to go at you. And now it's like, oh, these niggas is just messy.
Oh,
we wouldn't be messy. It wouldn't be so messy if niggas.
Yeah, my bad. You saying to get your hand out my pocket kind of guys.
Yeah, to get your hand out of my pocket. They throw in a smoke screen. Mm-hmm. And see, when they realized that I weathered that storm and all those videos, like at one point in time, niggas used to make 1,000 videos about me a week. And it helped to spread me like cancer. So now, if you look, They don't make no videos. It's like all the bots just stopped because an order was given. Now they trying to fade me out, but I'm not fading. So they playing with my numbers, and it's like my analytics on YouTube, Creator Studio, will show me one of my last videos. I had 15,000 views within the first half an hour, but on YouTube it only showed like I had 900. So I'm still going viral, but they not showing those numbers. They muffling me.
Well, I think they're gonna muffle everybody who has any positive message and gonna be opposite of their agenda. And I think people gotta cross promote and collaborate. Those who are like minded, like The Beat, your podcast, whoever else is out there with constructive messages. And, same way the negative podcasters is collaborating, No Jumper and Vlad and them, right? So, now it becomes like, Super Friends and the Legion of Doom type of thing. All the evil dudes is uniting. All the positive podcasters got to unite. And sometimes, people could throw a cookout or throw an event for the kids, The Beat 139, Hassan Campbell, and whoever else y'all might say. Let me just say Candace Owens or something. I know you might, I don't know if you like her or whatever, but let's just say Candace Owens or whatever. Like 3 or 4 positive YouTube influencers get together and have something for the children where they can dialogue with them and mentor them and create a constructive outlet for them. Where's the boxing programs? Where's the martial arts programs? Where's the, we don't got none of that no more. Ain't no PALs. That's what I think will solve it. Because if the kids have boxing programs and different places to exercise their talent and their energy and their abilities, it'll stop. Because at the end of the day, the youth is what's important. Not dudes having gripes against other grown men because they jealous or they probably ain't successful or they probably feel like why he got the light and I don't got the light or why he's shining and I'm not shining. Because we all can shine in our own way. And even if we don't get along, you can stay over there and do what you're doing. I'll stay over here. Let's not cross each other's line and everybody will be all right.
See, the problem is that success breeds envy, and a lot of niggas don't like the fact that, especially with a lot of rappers, a lot of rappers hate me because they want the limelight. I got the limelight. This is what they ever, this is all they ever dreamed of. This shit right here for me was an accident. You know what I mean? When I was standing out on the corner with Iron Sheikh and doing videos off of my phone, I wasn't getting paid off of YouTube like Vlad and all the rest of them niggas. I didn't even know I could be paid until 2 years afterwards. And then once you start getting paid, it's like, okay, YouTube wasn't really giving me, like when my mom's passed away is when I realized that, oh shit, I'm making money off of YouTube. But mentally, I was so fucked up that I didn't, the money that like, I saw the money, but I wasn't seeing the money because I was helping everybody. I mean, helping everybody. So it was like a check would come in and the check would be going right back out. $50,000 check, $30,000 check, $40,000 check, 25s and 30s. Like the check, it was like I was hitting a lottery every month, but it didn't mean nothing to me because my mental wasn't there. Now, if I could turn back time, please, I'd be a multi-millionaire. But at the end of the day, it ain't the limelight ain't everything that it seems. You see what I'm saying? For me, I'd rather take a nigga like Sheikh. Like, I'm going to sit in the background now. You going to sit in the chair this time. Now people need to hear you. They heard me already. Let me get behind the scenes like Brad and let me put you on the seat and let you take control and navigate. I'm trying to bring other brothers like you, Sheikh. I've been trying to get you up there. But I understand.
Nah, you right. Facts. I'm listening, Gab.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But you know what? Now it was me and Sheikh was the original. When I helped out on the nigga on Zip with the Drip. Zip with the Drip was a more ignorant side of Iron Sheikh. You see what I'm saying? And Zip is good at what he do, but Iron Sheikh is a little bit more sharpened, I would say. So my initial brother that I was going to pull up with me on this journey was Iron Sheikh, but I also realized that sometimes you got to walk alone and go through certain things for you to get certain things. Like all of the scrutiny that I got now to the level where I'm mentally to the point where I don't feel like I have to talk about celebrities no more. And she shouldn't have to wear the burden of, I got to inherit all this beef because this nigga coming at everybody. You see what I'm saying? So now I can sit up there and say, I ain't got no beef with none of these celebrities unless you get in my way. Like the situation with the Hocus Hocus 4-5 dropping your flag challenge. When you get in my way, or you try to throw a curveball with your ignorance, when niggas is trying to bring niggas home, then it's gonna be a problem. Because at the end of the day, there's people that really want to get away from them gangs. That's like what Sheikh told you about me being blood and Muslim in jail. Now, I was running with the Bloods for like 2 years in jail before I turned on blood. And the reason why I turned blood is when I was in a box, there was another brother named CLR, was my dude, get busy nigga. Son was thorough. He wouldn't share his weed with them niggas, so they starved the nigga out. So I was talking to Breezy, LeBree Fulcher. I was talking to Breeze, and he was like, yo, I'm going to bring you home so you can have access to that handcuff key. And niggas can't say nothing. If they want a problem with you, now y'all got a one-on-one. You don't want to be beefing with niggas that could ejaculate and masturbate in your food and put glass in your food.
Facts.
So when I made that decision, that wasn't for me. That was for CLR. And it put me in a position where niggas that would have been 30 or 40 deep on you, now niggas had to respect that one-on-one. But for me, it was always the nastiest, filthiest, nastiest. I was just like, don't get me wrong, you had thorough dudes that I had love for, but the majority of them niggas was nasty, disgusting niggas with no integrity. And that's why when I came home from jail, me and X was out there in Bronx for a little minute, and after a while, I fell back. I'm like, you know what I mean? Me and X ran down. We ran down on so many niggas, you know what I mean, establishing that blood shit. But then after a while, I just looked around like, yo, a lot of these niggas running around repping that red flag, they can't even stand next to me. So for me to take up an oath like, yo, I'm going all out, blood in, blood out for these niggas, no, I'm not doing that. You got niggas that was robbing niggas' grandmothers. I'm supposed to go out for these niggas? They bums.
Facts.
I was rolling in the streets with motherfucking assassins. Niggas wasn't on my level. That's why when everybody asking questions about me, when BMO came home, BMO is at the top of sex, money, murder. BMO just came home. BMO just made videos and cleared everything out. That, you know what I mean? And niggas don't like that. They don't want to, niggas don't, black men like to hear other black men get busy. I don't know what it is. Black men don't like to hear other black men get busy, but then niggas will look at a nigga like Jim Jones that never won a fight in his life and try to compare a bitch ass nigga like that to me. You can't compare, don't get it fucked up because a drunk nigga was outside, an alcoholic was outside, mentally fucked up, drunk, and the nigga shot me with a mask on from down the block. Put me in a situation sober. And catch me moving. When I go outside, I'm outside by myself every single day from state to state. You think I'm just gonna be like Tekashi 6ix9ine getting folded up in the gym? I wish you the best of luck. Because even when I'm by myself, I'm not by myself. I wish you the best of luck. I'm nasty at what I do, and I'm not coming home to my sons and daughters with a black eye.
We got you, Haas. Thanks for calling in. I'm gonna finish this interview with them. I'm gonna wrap it. We gonna wrap it up.
Haas, you got to pull up. We definitely appreciate you.
Yeah, but Haas, pull up on them and dialogue with them, Haas, and come vibe out with them, man. That'll definitely be a good cross collab. You know what I'm saying? They got a good setup here. You know what I'm saying? I'll pull up with you. You know what I'm saying? Next time you come back out here. Next time if you want to come out here, whatever, and we can continue this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna pull up on the brothers. Once I give you my word, it's my word. I'm definitely gonna pull up on them at home and do the show with them. Definitely, because at the end of the day, man, all these celebrities, they moving together. So if we don't move together and try, it's now or never. I don't want to be the old nigga asking somebody to borrow for money. I don't want to be 50 or 60 and 70 years old asking niggas to borrow some money for something to eat or some gas in my car, if I even have a car. we got to get that bag right now. And, you know what I mean? 100%. It's got to be unity.
Nah, facts. I'm going to hit you up soon, too, Haas. I'll hit you up tonight sometime. We had dialogue.
Yeah.
All right. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Thanks for calling in, Haas.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yeah.
So there it is, man. That was a
So
powerful
much respect
exchange of
between you
words,
two guys,
respect
man.
between you and Haas. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we appreciate you coming on the show and
No facts.
and chopping up with the brothers. You know, and with his stories, you giving niggas the real. Cause
No,
I
facts.
find it too. You know, like sometimes dudes. You know, I mean, let me put it like this. I'm not even gonna go too far, right? like dudes like me, Doc, Keith, my brother Jay, you know, we got reputations as well.
No fact.
Niggas see us on the joint. We ain't really had too much a kickback, but when the do come, we tell a nigga, yo, what's happening? Don't let this thing fool you, man.
Yeah, nah, we just on a positive route.
100%, and we sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand on I don't want to be on nobody count. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go on the dance floor no more. I don't want to be in the day room.
Nobody want to crack their ass, bro.
Exactly, none of that. I'm done with that. I'm done with that.
Yeah, that shit is
I
whack.
did 17, man.
Facts.
I'm done. I want to be home. My mother getting old.
Positive
my kids
shit.
getting over. Yeah, I'm chilling, bro. I'm all right.
And it feels better when you positive because you don't got to look over your shoulder, bro.
All of that,
I don't
man.
got to look over my back and all. Nobody's
Yeah,
coming for me
easy,
because
man.
I'm not
Cool.
doing nothing, bro.
Yeah, but don't test the waters with dudes because you see them doing this.
Yeah.
Stop, man.
Yeah,
But he right. I ain't mean to cut you. He right what he's saying because like what people would do, like they see us. Like even I'm by myself, we by ourselves. They look tough, and then they see a nigga ain't bitching up.
Yeah.
They like, oh, you finna beat one. They just want to see if they bitch.
Yeah,
up,
if it's
be
real or
like,
not.
Gotta bitch
No,
that nigga up.
bro, I go through that on the
They
train,
do that.
bro.
They go like this, and then I be stand up and they go, "Oh, I know you. You finna beat 139."
See,
I'm
that's
like,
you know,
why
I'm
do
gonna
all that?
I'm gonna tell you
You
that
got the wrong
I'm gonna
I
tell
ain't
you
tucking
this.
my tail.
People was everybody want to be a part of something, right? So people want to be able to say, yo, I seen this nigga one day and I was ice grilling a man and yo, he was scared or whatever it may be, right? But people do that to me. Instead of just saying, yo, I recognize you from YouTube or battle rap or I listen to your music, sometimes dudes are just stare. But I always got gadgets on me, you know what I'm saying? And I got gadgets on me because I'm not taking no losses. But I'm going to work though. I'm going to pay taxes. I pay taxes.
Right.
And I feel good.
Feel
saying-
good, huh?
Yeah, because you know why?
You vote?
Huh?
You vote?
I don't vote though, but I pay taxes.
Okay, cool.
And I always keep 2 and 3
But
jobs.
you can vote if you want.
No, I definitely can vote. You know what I'm saying? I definitely
Right.
can vote.
Right.
But the good thing too, I tell people, right? Because like with the underground boom bap world, right? Shout out to my man 38 Special. You know, you got Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun. There's certain dudes in the underground in the boom bap world, they eating. And you know, 38 Special always reach out to me. That's my comrade. That's my brother. We met up north too. But he always invite me out when he performs. Shout out to the Hoodies. When they perform, they always invite me out. But then you got certain people that try to gatekeep, right? I'm not starving for you to gatekeep for me. I got 2 legal jobs. My SSD, when I retire, when I'm 70, I'm gonna be all right, but more than most rappers. Because they don't got SSD, retirement plans, life insurance, health insurance. Dudes is dying and starting GoFundMes. A lot of rappers have died and GoFundMes was started, right? So I'm securing my future and my kids' future, bro. I can put my kids on my life insurance plan and stuff like that. If I die, my kids are inherit 50,000 a piece or 80,000 a piece, whatever, but it's legal positive money. You know what I'm saying? Dudes be gatekeeping and blocking other dudes' blessings and don't want to help other niggas get on and they might have the key. Bro, I'll share information. Whenever I know something, I let the world know. And then you know, some people like, nah, don't do that. People gonna burn the lane out or bro. I'm giving the information out.
Yeah.
I'm not gatekeeping nothing, but people will gatekeep. And people want to be the only ones shining. And they always remind me of the time when Bugs Bunny showed Daffy Duck the diamond. And then he knocked Bugs Bunny out, and he was like, mine. The diamond is mine.
Mine.
Like he went super
All
greedy.
mine.
Yeah, like he just went super greedy, right? Sharing is caring. Each one teach one, people. Like Dame Dash said, one thing I don't care who dislike him or whatever, what I like about him, it makes sense to me. If everybody on the team is a leader and in position, if it's 10 millionaires, if one person go broke, we could all help them and get them back to being a millionaire, right? Everybody should be strong. It shouldn't be no one person strong, and then when he get knocked off, everybody is starving and looking down or whatever. Yeah, and I know there's certain crews. Bro, I used to live on Broadway. I used to live on 136 in Broadway. I ain't gonna say the name of the crew. You couldn't tell who the leader was with them Dominican dudes. All of them had X7s, Hellcats, Demons. They all was icy. All they wives is outside. Your wife might be cooking the food. His wife is serving the food. My wife is making sure the kids is all right, entertaining. But we all chilling and we all a family. And them niggas is unified over there. I'm mad I moved back to the Bronx where it's dog shit, piss. I'm ducking bullets. On Broadway, they had that shit in order. Near 3333. Like it was structure over there. So I'm like, oh, this shit is, I was over there 3 years.
He from 33.
Okay, got you. So then I moved back to I lived above the Chase Bank. where the laundromat is at. I lived in that building.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved back to the Bronx. I've been there going on 4 years. I'm trying to get back to Harlem, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like next year, like I might break the lease or something, but I'm getting the fuck out of there. Cause I need, when I come out of my building, I need inspiration, right? I don't hate. I see a nigga icy with the truck and all that. Oh shit, I could do that too.
Right.
As long as I
That's the
can
same
walk,
thing,
talk,
right.
eat, sleep, shit, breathe. I got a
Correct,
brain.
exactly.
Oh shit, fam inspired me.
Yeah.
I'm from the era where if you was fly or you was getting money, yo fam, you doing it, yo, you killing that shit right
100%,
there. Boom,
yeah.
boom, boom, boom. You
That's
know what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah.
And you know, people got to do that more. When I do it, the dudes look at me like I'm bugged out. Like I might see a dude that's fly, like a young dude that's shorty, you killing that fit or whatever. He'll look at me like, get off my dick. Like, now he not saying that.
Yeah.
But
Right.
yeah, but I'm from the era of you shining, niggas, oh, yo, Playboy.
We
yo, you
compliment
killing.
each other,
We
yeah.
compliment each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes I see chicks, I don't want to holler.
Yeah.
Yo, queen, you beautiful. I love your naturalness. Have a benevolent day, boo boo. And sometimes chicks are frown their face, or
Yeah.
they think it
Yeah.
ain't genuine because they not used to getting genuine
Correct.
compliments and love, right?
Correct, yeah.
But you know, we got to change that narrative, man. This why I'm kind of like a loner and I'm a sociable introvert, right? And I'm a minimalist. I pick and choose who I want to deal with, right? Because the world is sick, right? And people got to self-heal. I self-healed myself in jail. I read a lot of psychology books, behavioral science books, history books. I read a lot of books, informative content. When I first went through, they gave me the Donald Gones bullshit, Iceberg Slim and all that. I'm like, this shit ain't it. This shit is low volume.
Yeah.
This shit ain't about nothing. And then I started getting into Carter G. Woodson, Psychological Chains of Slavery, Naeem Akbar, Visions for Black Men. You know what I'm saying? All the J. Roger books, Civilization of the Moors, whatever. You know, whatever. But I started reading all solidified content, right? Because you are what you eat, right? You are what you touch, taste, smell, see, hear. If you eating garbage all day, you're gonna feel like garbage. If you eating fruits, veggies, healthy shit, you're gonna feel healthy. So if you reading bullshit, you watching Power all day, 90 episodes, we know the outcome. We was there.
Correct.
We was there. So I'm watching Science Channel, History Channel, How It's Made, Discovery Channel. I'm watching informative shit, right? Because at this day and age, information is currency. You know what I'm saying? And what you put in you is currency. And sometimes the bar be set too high. I know chicks that's like, yo, I can't fuck with you. You too strict. You don't got a TV in your house. You work out. You don't eat meat. You don't smoke. You don't drink. You're not fun. You're boring. I got Connect 4, Scrabble, Jenga. I got games. I got Trouble, the shit you pop the bubble. Boop, boop. They think that shit ain't fun. I had the best fun growing up as a kid playing that shit.
We had the best
That's
fun.
not fun. Like, yeah, so that's how I test chicks, and that's how I know if they gonna be like for me too or not.
Yeah,
When I
yeah,
go to my
yeah.
house and I set the Connect 4 up. Let's play Trouble. Let's play Uno. You don't want to play no Scrabble.
Yeah.
I don't like Scrabble. You don't know no words? What the fuck is... So, you know, I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, this shit is crazy. So, I don't got a TV because I'm not going to be watching marathons of bullshit or the news psychologically oppressing me. Shooting in the Bronx today on Parkchester. 3 little girls died on top of the train. Subway surfing. It's repetitive. It's conditioning.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that shit. I'm going to control what I put into me.
Right.
You know, so, you know, if everybody work on fixing themselves, if you want to change the world, you change yourself.
Right.
That's how you change the world.
Right.
You don't go out or I don't like what they do, but no, change yourself and then the world will be better. But nobody want to fix themselves.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, I can't change you, but I can change me.
I could change me.
You know what I'm saying?
Or I could change how I see you.
Exactly what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
100%.
yeah.
100%.
You know?
Cause you seem a lot more common than you was before. 'Cause I know you're a real aggressive rapper. And
Yeah.
you was. I was like you. Your rhymes are so strong and powerful. Not saying that it's not now.
Yeah, no
but
facts.
You seem more mellow now than.
Well, I know
you
I
was.
learned how to harness and control it. Like, you know, you learn how to, when you work on your craft or your powers, like, you know, when Ali discovered the rope-a-dope, right? He noticed, oh shit, this shit drains the opponent more, right? So you know you work on your ways and how your crafts and when you could utilize it. I still got aggressive dark bars and shit like that. And then I always tell people I got 3 styles with my music. I always got my conscious shit. Every album I put out, I always put out 2 conscious songs. I put out 2 fly guy songs. I always got to put out shit for the bunnies. Because a lot of these niggas is ugly, fake, tough niggas. They not rhyming for the bunnies, bro. You gotta entertain the bunnies. I like the bunnies, bro.
Yeah.
I want to be around fly divas or whatever. That's the shit I like. I used to love Black Expo, Grants Tomb, Freaknik, Greek Fest. I want to be around the broads. And if you start bashing and hating the broads, I don't want to be around you because you're gonna scare the bunnies. And then the bunnies know more bunnies that know more bunnies that know niggas, right? So they'll blackball you.
Yeah.
The streets are black. Oh, that nigga hate bitches. He's a sucker.
Yeah.
And then don't let no official niggas like the word. That nigga is a sucker because they want to get the box. So they gonna fake agree with them whether they really don't or whether they gonna just do it to get the box, right? So I always make songs for the bunnies, and then I make my dark soul shit, you know, whatever, my dark dystopian, whatever, universal shit I do, right? But that shit worked against me when I used to be on all the I was on DVDs with my jail suit on, you know, my number 97. Because I brought my state greens home.
Right.
I didn't want to wear them blue Buddy Lees and that bum-ass beige jacket. I said, I'd rather come home with my state greens, and I snuck them shits out. So I took the bus ride home from Wyoming. When I came home from Wyoming in 05, I went from Auburn to Wyoming. Then I took that bus ride home. That bus ride was one of the best rides ever. I'm dolo. I'm looking at the pasture and I'm thinking.
I did that.
Yeah, and then when I got back to the city, I asked the lady, yo, let me get a token. The lady started laughing at me. She was cracking up. Tokens? Where the fuck you from? I said, I'm from the Bronx. Let me get a token. She like, ain't no tokens.
Metro cards.
See it? Yeah, they had Metro cards, but when I left, it was tokens.
Right.
When I left, it was beepers.
It was.
If a dude had a cell phone, it was the size of this cord thing. Then now niggas got all type of shit. So the lady laughed at me, but I came home with 3 draft bags full of books. I brung 2 pair of feet with home, but I gave everything else away. But I came home with all my books. You can't get my books. Not porn books either, my official books. Because I'm like, I'm going to leave this shit to my kids. These books cost money. These shit's $30, $40, $50.
Yeah, those ones cost money.
Yeah, them shits cost chicken. So then when I maxed out from Riverview in 09, I took that bus ride home from Riverview. And that shit was relieving because the CO said, he said, hey, Mr. Williams, we're going to keep the bed warm for you. You'll be back. And then on my way out, I seen 38 Special. He like, yo, go outside, man. Do your thing with that music shit. You know what I'm saying? I see you out there or whatever. So when he said, yo, we'll keep the bed warm for you, I said, you pilgrim, you better keep that shit warm for your kid because I ain't coming back. I'm going to break the recidivism rate because by nature, I'm not a jailbird. I was born out here, right? I'm not, that ain't my natural habitat shit. My habitat is out here, right? And I never had to go to the street life and really sell drugs or be a robber or a stick-up kid. Bro, I went to the street because my grandmother didn't want to buy me a pair of Jordans.
So that was your...
That was my entry, because I packed bags. I had a newspaper route and I packed bags. Bro, packing bags back then, you can make $100 in one day, especially if I'm doing deliveries.
Especially deliveries.
Yeah, especially deliveries.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
would do shit like this. Sometimes we'd share. Today I'll do all the packing. When they want deliveries, you go on deliveries. Because they going to give you that $10 tip or that $5 tip. So you doing all the deliveries. Now the next day, yo, Doc, you're gonna pack bags and I do all the deliveries. So me and my mans used to share, cause remember, each register is a spot.
Right.
So we might got Gigi, he got Mamita.
Yeah.
Him and him, they sharing, cause it's only 2 registers, but we gonna split this money amongst us 4. Then I had the newspaper route on Sundays. I go to the Spanish lady Blancas. She give me 100 newspapers for $1 a piece. Or sometimes she give it to me on consignment, like work.
Yeah, we
and
got
then I'll
consignment.
flip it, right? I'll flip it because when my customers give me $3 per newspaper, $2.50 newspaper. I'm starting top to bottom, Concourse Village, Mirrors, everything, right? When it's all over, I got like $400 or $500. I done flipped that newspaper shit. Now I give Blanca her $100. I got $300 left. I'm good. But one day I had an uncle. And I want to shout him out because I never do. I don't really fuck with him right now because he went down a dark path. I got an uncle named Harris B.J. Williams. This is my uncle that's 2 years older than me. My uncle was All-American for LaSalle Academy. My grandmother had like over 300 trophies in our house. My uncle played for 5-Star Camp, Trotters, Gauchos, Animal League, Riverside, everything. He was nice, All-American. This nigga dropped out of high school, LaSalle Academy. He dropped out of high school to smoke weed and sell drugs. Shamgar took his spot. If y'all ever interview Shamgard, how did you
interview Shan?
We interviewed
Shan went
Shamgard.
to LaSalle.
That's how he got the LaSalle. That's how he got that position he was in. My uncle, Harris B.J. Will, my uncle was bananas. Yo-Yo was out of this world. He went to the streets. Shamgard took his spot, went to the NBA. My grandmother said, this nigga's a stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he had, this when Hov said, I seen a person who dreams deflate like a true fiend wait, right?
Yeah.
Shit went down the window. But my grandmother, he used to get everything because he had sponsors. He had sponsors, and my grandmother used to get him everything. They thought he was the golden child. I was the fuck up, getting suspended in school, fighting. I'm getting
Extension
whipped with
cord.
it. Yeah, they didn't like my mom. She was the black cat,
Yeah.
the black sheep. You
Yeah.
know, that's why they kicked out at 15. They didn't fuck with me. He had got the red, black, and white Jordans, the original ones with the wing on them, on the symbol
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
side.
yeah.
I wanted the red and black shits.
Right.
She said, no, you can't get them right now. You bad in school. So one day, me and my man Chicky Boom Boom, he got deported to Honduras. We in my projects, Jackson Projects, we cut in school. Tito Cruz got the Smurf crack at this time. They had the powder blue tops, Smurf crack, but he's from my building, Tito Cruz, so he knew me my whole life. Back in the days when they used to stash the crack, they'll put it in a brown little paper bag, candy bag, they'll ball it up and just throw it. Wherever it land, that's the stash spot. So sometimes the crack will be hiding in plain sight. So, you know, because the Bronx was dirty, so it's garbage everywhere.
Right,
so
right.
you see in a bag in the middle of the street, you ain't thinking that's crack. You ain't thinking no nigga gonna put $100, you know, worth of drugs in the middle, but it's there. And he used to tell us, yo, watch that bag. Don't let nobody go to that bag. So me and my man Chicky Boom Boom, we cut in school. We smoking weed at 12, 13. We watching the bag. Next thing you know, he come back like 15, 20 minutes later, here's $100 a piece. Hold on, all I did was I had to watch that bag. And I had $100. I want to watch the bag more. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking him, yo, you need us to watch something else, boo?
Yeah.
And that was my introduction. He never let us sell drugs for him, but he let us look out. Or,
Right.
you know, we'd say 5-0, you know, behind or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So then from there, my man L.A., rest in peace, L.A. So I don't count Tito Cruz, but I hustled under 4 dudes. 3 is dead, 1 is still alive. The one that's still alive is a millionaire. He put his money in construction companies and everything. He's still active. You know what I'm saying? But the other 3 was Carter Hines, my man Cuckoo, Larry Pfeiffer, rest in peace, Cuckoo. He was on 146 in St. Nick. Carter Hines, Cuckoo, and L.A. And then the other dude is alive. I don't
Where,
want to
LA from
mention his
Harlem?
No, not them. His name was Lamont. Every nigga named Lamont is L.A. Cortland
Okay,
got like
okay.
9 L.A.s. But
Okay.
the original L.A. from Cortland,
Right.
allegedly, they had said Poe killed him. He was found behind PS1 on Cortland, dead. Because you ever heard of Boogaloo?
Yeah.
Boogaloo is from my project. He's from
Right.
Cortland. Boogaloo, Boomba, and all them. They from my hood. L.A. was his man. L.A. was found dead behind PS1 on Cortland Avenue. You know, whatever. But that's the only LA I knew after y'all LA, the Harlem LA that was like
Yeah.
Rich and them looked up to. Those are the only 2 LAs. Everybody else is just like whatever.
Right.
But this dude named Lamont, he had the yellow top in Marhaven. We was the only Cortland niggas in Marhaven. He had the old 31 Illusion bottles. He had the nickels. Then he went for 2 for 5s with them shits. So I'm hustling over there for like a year and a half for him, and that's how I met Party Artie, because I always rapped. I rapped since 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was there for the jams in the parks and all that. So it was a dude named Pre Sweetie, TR Nation.
Yeah, no, pretty sweet.
You know Pre
Yeah,
Sweet?
no, pretty sweet.
You
Pretty
do?
Sweet used to always come to TR Nation.
Yeah,
He used to
I was
always
TR Nation. I was
skinny,
skinny fly nigga with the gazelles and all that, Flasher and
He
all
used to
that.
always, yeah, because Flasher, he used to always come through the jam in my park.
Okay.
That's our first time we heard
How old
him.
are you?
I'm 53.
All right, yeah. So you tapped in. All right, so he was from Co-op City.
Yeah, but they
he-
should come in Harlem.
No, facts. TR Nation was
they
big.
Should come, TR Nation, they should come, and Pretty Sweet used to be rhyming.
Yeah, he rhymed
got
Pretty
in a
Pre.
beef with him and
Who?
I can say, dude, that's my man. He's still out here. But he
Oh,
got in
he-
a
he
beef
was a
over the
DJ?
Yeah, he's a DJ.
He's a legendary DJ.
He ain't legendary.
All right, well, he is DJ, all right.
We know, but he did a lot of time.
All
in
right,
jail.
got you,
But
got
he
you.
came, he's like, yo, people like, well, get them Bronx niggas out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
So niggas like kind of ran like.
So
Pretty
you had
Sweet
T.
out of there.
Oh, okay.
They ran him out of there. Though.
Yeah, but he was a fly nigga. He get the
Yeah.
girl because his Pre-Sweet, aka was Pretty Pre.
Yeah.
But he was a
Skinny
graffiti.
nigga.
Yeah, he was a
Skinny
graffiti
nigga.
legend
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
from the train
graffiti.
era.
Yup,
From the
yup,
train
yup.
era. So
Older dude.
Yeah, so TR Nation used to throw jams in my park. in my projects. That's P Father, G Ski, and all them, Flasher, and all them. And then you had TR boys, TR girls, TR women. It was different chapters. I was TR boys, so my name was J Ski. So they used to put me on the mic at 8 years old. And that's when I was saying my shit. I'm bad, super bad, never sad, always glad. Even if my mom and dad told me when I was a little lad. Back in the day, shit. I'm fly, super fly, never high, always shy, blah, blah, blah. Whatever old school shit. But I'm killing the mic, young nigga. So anyway, that influenced me, the jams in the park and shit. But I always rapped, and I always was inspired by hip hop and flyness. So back to LA, that's when I met Party Artie, because I rhymed, and they was like, yo, we got a dude from Marhaven that's nice, named Party Artie. Nice. Right? So they like, I'm like, Party Artie? So they like, yeah, we gonna get Artie, and y'all gonna go at it. And they went and got Party Artie. And at this time, I used to smoke weed. I started smoking weed at 20, but I smoked weed from 12 years old to 20. I stopped smoking cigarettes at 23 in Attica, over a bet during Ramadan, and I stopped. And I never smoked again, right? But I met Party Artie, and we trade bars, and me and Party Artie was cool ever since. That was like 92, 91, whatever. And then from L.A., Carlton Hines used to be like, yo, man, come hustle for me. Like, I'm getting money. This one, 9.5 was starting up. And like 92, going into 93. So it was a dude named, this was like right before he died, a dude named Daddy. So Daddy's from Harlem too. That's my man too. Okay, yeah. So one day Carlton Hines, but I didn't go straight to hustle for him. I went to hustle for the Spanish dude that's still alive. And then eventually I went to Carlton and hustled for him. But by the time then, I wasn't seeing Daddy no more. But I never knew what happened. But one day Carlton Hines showed me, like, yo, that's my young nigga I told you about. I get fly. Because my barber, so I had numerous barbers. I used to go to Sam Gore's and all that stuff. But the last barber I was going to before I went to jail, I'm going to get back to the Daddy thing. The last barber I was going to before I went to jail was a dude named Spoop. And Spoop had a barbershop on 150th or 151st in Amsterdam called The Cutting Room. And I got introduced to Spoop by a dude from my hood that was getting money named Emmett. Emmett got deported, but he got caught with like 3 bricks. He did his,
I know what
Yeah,
that's
The Cutting Room was on Amsterdam. DMX wife and all them was going.
Yeah.
So one day Emmett was like, yo, man.
Upstairs?
I had to go upstairs.
Lenny the Barber was there one time.
I don't remember Lenny the Barber.
Yeah,
I
but it
remember
was upstairs.
Yeah, it was upstairs. The Cutting Room.
That's when Lenny
it was
was
on
talking
Amsterdam.
about. When he had the barber shop, that's it.
Yeah, okay, so I remember the dude Spoop, he was kind of short because they started calling my blowout the Spoop. I had the chemical mink
That's
shit.
when they was doing the blowouts, yeah.
So I used to put, I started off with Optimum, then I was using Revlon, then one dude was like, nah, use the Hawaiian silky shit because when your hair sweat out, your shit gonna get curly, your blow gonna get curly. Right. So, I went to, my man Emmett was like, yo, go to Spoop. Tell him you want the wide back with the light bulb sides and a low top. Spook laced my blowout up with the ice pick sideburns. Put the glitter in my shit. Yeah. So now my shit look like a mink coat. Right. I went to Orchard Street. I bought a pony skin button up to match the fucking hair. Because the pony skin shit is jet black. Bro, I scored so many bunnies that day at the skate key, bro. I thought I was elite. I thought I was the illest nigga alive. So anyway, back to Daddy. Carl Hines was like, yo, this the young fly nigga I'm telling you about from my hood. Like, fam, get bitches. He like us. Yeah. So Daddy's like, hey, yo, man, when you gonna come out of town with me, shorty? Right? So I'm like, nah, I don't want to go out of town because niggas don't come back. Listen, I'm like, I don't want to go out of town. Niggas ain't coming back. So I knew it was like another dude from my hood. They was going up to Spring Valley. It was niggas from my hood going to Spring Valley and New York State out of town, like throughout the states and towns upstate.
Yeah, it's connected.
Yeah. Niggas was coming back from that. But niggas that was going out of town,
Baltimore,
niggas wasn't coming back, bro. I can't think of nobody like that I knew that was coming back. And if niggas was going outside of New York State, I didn't know they was doing it, like, cause I was young. Yeah. But he used to be like, yeah, shorty, man, come out of town, get some money with me. I'm like, nah, I'm not going out of town. Niggas don't come back. So he like, yeah, shorty scared. He ain't ready yet, whatever. And I seen Daddy like 2 more times, but he always was a fly nigga, and he used to be with Carlton Hines. Then I ain't see him no more. Then eventually I was hustling for Carlton Hines, but I stopped, like, cause when I started fucking with him, all that situation, that chaos started. And you could tell, like, he always was like pensive. He always was like in deep thought. So like I was just a lookout. They had 12-hour shifts. And I was getting like a rack a day. And I remember I stopped because I had a number in my head. I never thought like a career. I'm gonna make 20,000 and I'm out of here. right? I'm not telling nobody my number. But when I get to that number, I'm gone, right? I always was like that with selling drugs, like, or even with robbing. Yo, once I get this certain amount, I'm not doing it no more. And then once that chicken run out, I'll do it again, right? So I made a certain amount of money, and then he didn't pay me right away. So my man like, yo, never get salary. One of my mans that was down with him. That's how I met Zod too from Wagner. Rest in peace to Zod. I met him through Carl Hines. So my man was like, yo, never do salary. Get paid every night. Get your money every night. Don't do no salary. Because he asked me, you want salary or every night? And at first,
that's the thing.
Yeah.
You give it through a choice.
Yeah, you was given a choice. So I said salary at first. So I'm like, I'd rather
A lump sum.
yeah, I'd rather 7,000 in one whop or whatever. So the first time I got the 7 racks, whatever. I'm doing the 12-hour lookout shifts. All I'm doing is looking out, but it's colder than ever in '92 and all that shit. He bought his main team. Them niggas had feather friends. You know what's a feather friend?
What's that?
Feather.
No face?
No, feather friend is is like a winter coat, but like when the wind blow on it, the shit expand and get bigger. It got 2 gooses on the back. Yo, the hood was like a fucking super astronaut helmet and shit. So his immediate team had feather friends and shit.
Right.
So
y'all seen them, matter of fact. I know you're talking
yeah, so
with the big hood.
Yeah, them niggas had 40 belows and all like that. Immediate team was I'm lookout like I got my own gear though, but them niggas was laced up. That shit was freezing out there doing 12 hours. Standing in that fucking snow or whatever. So once I made a certain amount of money, I got the fuck out of there. And he was like, damn. He like, yo, you rich? I said, nah. He said, so you made a little bit of money and then now you don't want to hustle no more? He like, yeah, I can't fuck with you. I don't like niggas that scared of money, right? So he was mad at me. Bro, I had a number in my head. I got to the number. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. And then, you know, through trials and tribulations, things happen. He transcended or whatever. But yeah, so that was it for me, like, you know, and then when and then once he passed, like I went like full-fledged into robbing, and then me and one of my mans, we tried to open up in Monroe Projects. So my man deceived me. He in Florida now too, you know, Spanish dude. His brother was from Monroe. His brother had props in Monroe Projects, but his brother was locked up doing mad time. So he like, yo, we can hustle over here, and these niggas respect my brother, blah, blah, blah. And I remember this shit. 9/4 winter, the snow was like up to that light, bro. That shit was different. Them niggas robbed us, bro. That's the first time and the last time I got pistol whipped. When that nigga gun butted me with the gun, it reminded me of when I was a little kid and I tried to do an indoor and I fell off the bike and hit my head on the concrete. When he gun butted the shit out me, bro, I was seeing stars like cartoons, and them niggas robbed me. I had a little Figueroa chain, little Figueroa bracelet, you know, nothing really too fancy, just some clean shit. And them niggas stripped us down. They took my beef and broccolis. I don't wear Timbs. I wear A Solos, Vasquez. I do Tent and Trails and Paragon. But those were my one pair of Timbs I had. Nigga robbed me. And then I used to wear slacks under my jeans because my grandmother used to force me to go to the Kingdom Hall. She was Jehovah's Witness. So I would wear the slacks so when I come in the crib from hustling, I could strip down and just go to the Kingdom Hall. Them niggas stripped me down. I had the slacks on and shit, and it was just my socks. So now we both from Monroe Projects. They robbed both of us. We don't got nothing. And they was like, yo, we lucky we don't kill you over here. And those who don't know about Monroe Projects, I think they war with Soundview to this day. But Monroe Projects and Soundview Projects, that's the Brownsville of the Bronx. These niggas is slime. They'll clap their own mother. They'll gun butt their kids for the pamper money. These niggas, them niggas is starving. I never liked the 6 line in the Bronx. Like going Cypress,
that area.
Them niggas is poor. Them niggas, and so due to being poor, starving, and hungry, it makes them niggas extra tough.
That's about you, man.
No,
That's the other side. I know.
Jew-Man in Simpson Street.
Yeah. Down that way, Monroe.
The whole 6 line starting from Cypress Avenue, from Beekman and Cypress Ave, going to St. Lawrence, Monsignor, Soundview. That whole 6 line, them niggas always.
And you got Castle Hill close by.
Yeah, Castle Hill. All them niggas, Castle Hill niggas always got money though. But Soundview and Monroe, them niggas was starving. Them niggas was
right next to each other.
Them niggas is warmongers. 1,000 shooters, even niggas that ain't tough were shooters, but these niggas was home. They was bums. Like niggas wasn't fly. Nobody wasn't on my radar, but I can't think of no elite Woolly nigga that came from Soundview or Monroe. I just know maniacs, niggas that have murders and bodies, you know what I'm saying? Violent, tough niggas and shit. But I never went back over there. And then the Spanish dude I was hustling for that's still alive, he had a few Spanish niggas he knew, and he like, see, you went over there and you didn't get no sanction and you just thought you could open up on niggas' turf. We know who did it, but you should charge it to the game and take self-accountability because you shouldn't have branched off. You should have stayed with us. You was eating. And he the first dude I ever seen, niggas had 12 by 12 saline bags. He had crack in the 12 by 12 saline bags. So he was like getting heroin money off of crack because niggas was doing dimes and nickels and deuces. Right, he had the $10 joints and the $20 joints, bags of crack, like it would be rocks, like boulders, pebbles, and that shit was moving. I didn't have to go. I was trying to be greedy and wanted to be like my own fake boss and all that. But you know, you fully don't really know all the rules because I always tell people I never was a drug dealer. I was a hustler. I'm just gonna get money. I told you I packed bags. I sold newspapers. I robbed niggas. You know what I'm saying? I sold drugs, but I'm not a drug dealer. A drug dealer, them niggas live that shit. They over the stove. They smelling the ammonia. They like the baking soda in their fingers. I didn't like none of that shit. That shit used to give me a headache when niggas used to cook crack. That shit was hurting my head. I was getting dizzy. What the fuck is this shit? It's chemicals and all that. That shit is some real science class shit. I don't know how to cook up. We used to take that shit to Miss Joanne, and she used to rob us when me and my man was going to Monroe because she knew how to cook it up to where
I already know what you're about
we
to
think
say.
she got everything, and she gave us
leave
everything.
it on the side.
That shit is on the side.
Yeah. Then they put the cold water.
Yeah.
But you can put the cold water on it.
That shit
She
right
scraped
there.
that
Now, you
shit.
can put the cold water on it, reheat it, and let it rock up in the one. Because you don't want it loose like that. You want it in
She
the rock.
did that, so
You put a
one
little cold water on it and let it move again, and move it around, let it come together. Then you let it. Then you
So
let
my
it rock.
man caught on one day, and he like give us the rest of the shit. So I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? I'm like, bro, it ain't nothing else, bro. Look, he like, nigga, watch this fucking coffee pot, nigga. He told that bitch, he said, yo, if you don't give us the rest of the shit, I'm gonna beat you up, I'm gonna fuck you up, Miss Joanne. And then she did some shit, and when she scraped it, that shit was like a slab of motherfucking,
that shit's
like skin, like dead skin when you shave the bitch feet. And the thing, it was like more fucking crack. I'm like, oh shit. He like, yeah, this bitch was real. Yeah, like, you know, the dead skin. He like, this bitch is robbing us or whatever. And she did that and shit. But I'm like, this shit is too much for me. Robbing was easier because I could just let niggas hustle all day or sell drugs and then catch them and take their shit, right? But, you know, I'm not a robber either. I just was violent enough to take it from these niggas because I knew these niggas wasn't built. I catch niggas at skate key. We used to lock the back of the train car.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they had the things, it was these black things that hold the posters on the train. You could take it, snap it in half, then stick it in the door and lock the door.
Right.
And we would lock the back cart and then back out. I had a bullshit 25. I thought I was invincible. I had a silver bullshit 25 and I had like a per handle. It was like a 2.5 AP. Bullshit. Shit take 5 little bullets to click like that. But I thought I was that nigga. I'm flashing that shit on niggas. Give me everything. I'm gonna pop you right now. Niggas is going for that shit though. They giving me everything. I'm catching chains. I'm taking it to the Chinese bitch. I'm going to 3 different people though on 3rd Ave though. Whoever got the most, I'm going back to them. And that was that. But then one day that shit caught up to me. The dudes told I went to jail for the robberies and shit. And then my baby moms was coming to see me. And she was like, me and my son need you out here. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get bailed out. I got a little 10,000 in my shoebox, and then my grandmother got money, and my grandmother had A1 credit back then. So anyway, they get me out. I bail out. I don't know yet. The whole 6 months I was in jail fighting the robberies, my baby mother never missed a visit. She had a nigga that she was fucking with from Mount Vernon driving her to see me with my son. Wow. This shit was crazy. When I look back though, it still was kind of official because you like, nigga, you gonna be fucking me, but you gotta drive me to see my man.
Right.
No, facts. So she did, when I looked at it back then, I felt she did bad, but me looking back now, she did bad but did good.
She still held you down.
She still held
She
me
ain't leave
down.
you behind.
Now I had packages and all that shit, right?
Right.
So it's times I messed with chicks and they be like, yo, my man locked up. All right, here's $100. Send it. Put that on his books.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do that. If I fuck with a chick, yo, my man locked up. You know what I'm saying? I got a man. You know, when he come home, it's over for us. All right, well, until then, we gonna help that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Send that nigga a package. Look, here's some cards. Hey, look, I help the chick. Send that nigga some comic books, whatever. I'ma help. We gonna troop the nigga bid together. Because I'm inside his buns. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna share this bitch for now or whatever.
Right.
So anyway, when I bailed out, Kind of find out my son's mother was cheating. I found her diaries and shit. And, you know, sometimes, you know, people you got lust, you got obsession, and you got love. Some people will have one individually, and then some people will have all three. You know what I'm saying? People will have lust, obsession, and love in one. You'll be obsessed over a bitch. You'll be lusting over because you know the bitch is bad, and then you in love with the bitch, so you cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like all this shit is going down. But anyway, I told her I was coming to get my son one day. This was May 2nd. I'm like, yo, she beat me. Yo, were you coming to get him? You coming to get your son? I'm like, yeah. Every weekend I would get him, and we'd do our thing. So I'm like, yo, if I don't come at 5 o'clock, I'm going to still come today and get him. So she like, all right, no problem. I'm going to go to this game in Mount Vernon, this basketball game, and then we a vibe. We a link. I get distracted, but anyway, me and my man and us, we go to Elliott, we get some weed. Now I'm riding the train to Mount Vernon. We on our way up there now. It's like 11 at night. I told my aunt, the driver, she like, I'm not driving you, but here's some money. She gave me like $60, but I already had money. When I got the Gun Hill Road, it just felt like I had the shit, bro. Like immediately, I'm like, oh shit, my stomach is bugging. So my man like, what happened? I'm like, yo, I got a shit. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, I'm gonna catch this bitch doing something. So my man like, yo, you bugging out, nigga. Like you, I said, nah, I'm gonna catch her. But you know, same way women have intuition, men have intuition. You know what I'm saying? Men have intuition too, and our shit is a little different. They'll gaslight us with our shit though and be like, yo, you insecure, or yo, you bugging out, or you delusional. They'll try to smoke screen our shit, but we'll be on to their ass. You know what I'm saying? Word. So I'm going up there. So in the Heights in Mount Vernon, they don't lock their doors. So I go inside her crib. When I get to the second floor, I see like all her clothes in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck? Her panties, her jeans, and all that is in the bathroom. I'm listening for a while. I don't hear my son or nothing. So now I go to the third floor. Nigga remixing my bitch. I'm like, oh shit. Hold up. Yo, listen what I'm telling you. I couldn't even activate right away. This shit like crumbled up.
Yeah.
I never felt nothing like that. Yo, fam, I thought I was catching a heart attack. My shit like crumbled up.
Right.
So I had to throw up, shit, piss. I was nauseous. I was dizzy. I had to cry, but I was happy. Nigga was scrambled eggs. My shit was scrambled eggs. So I ran back downstairs to get my man because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to perform at my apex because I was conflicted. I was bombarded with different emotions and shit. Right. So I go downstairs, I do the signal. He like, yo, what's up? I say, yo, it's a nigga upstairs. This bitch is fucking. He like, word? I'm like, yeah, yo, I'm gonna kill. I'm telling my man, I'm gonna murder both of them, right? So when we go upstairs, I had some square-toe cowboy Durango boots on. I used to love Durangos, and I had a Guess farmer suit on, right? Right? So I tried to nudge the door. She had the bedpost blocking the door. This is what me and her used to do, so our moms couldn't get in the room. So anyway, I kicks the door open, and long as it's live, I know the camera, the battery probably died, but long as it's live. So I kicked the door open, and when I kicked the door open, the dude tried to run to his coat. Wow. And my man caught him. My man like leapfrogged over me and caught him before he can get to his coat. We never found out what was in his coat, but I think he was trying to get the laser. But my man stabbed him in the back and like ripped the knife down. So by the time then, now I'm in, we cutting him up, stabbing him, and she's screaming, "Oh, why the fuck y'all jumping him?" So
she don't know he getting cut though.
She don't know
She just know y'all jumping him.
She just know we jumping him because she's behind us. But I'm orange box cutting this nigga though. But when she said, why y'all jumping him? My son ain't even a year yet. This bitch is my girl. Like I bailed out for her. So when she like, why you jumping him? Oh shit, she taking this nigga's side. So I'm like, oh, I'm about to finish her. So we stretched the dude out, cut him up or whatever. She jumped on my back. Long story short, her moms used to play golf. Her mom's like a nurse. I took the golf club. I fractured like 3 of her ribs. Mind you, whoever's listening, I'm not proud of this, but heartbreak is something different and disappointment. And I was 20 years old at
Especially
the time.
to walk up on it,
Especially to walk
red-handed?
up. Yeah, because this go for any nigga out there. Because certain niggas be like, yo, you went to jail for some pussy. You catch a nigga snapping your bunny in half, or ladies, y'all catch a joint and she got that grippy grip, and she on your man going bonkers like the chick was on G Money. I mean on Nino Brown on stage when G Money seen that shit. Yeah, so so after that, I told my man pull all the sockets out the wall. Remember the landlines used to have the square sockets, but I just wanted him to knock all that shit out so we have time to get away. And then from Mount Vernon, I took a cab. I wound up catching a cab and took it to Edenwald because I was dealing with a chick in Edenwald at that time, and she drove me back to Cortland. When I got back to Cortland, dudes was like, yo, your uncles is looking for you. They said, yo, when we see you, tell you go home. So I go home, but my man is telling a story. Yo, we cut this nigga up. I'm like, but what the fuck are you doing? Like, he's already telling, like, all the rest of my men. So when I go upstairs, my grandmother in the crib with my aunts and uncles. So my grandmother, it was kind of racist because my grandfather was a light-skinned nigga. So he cheated on her back in the day. So, you know, it was some dark-skinned, light-skinned shit going on. So she like, you let this light-skinned, yellow, pissy bitch, this pissy complexion bitch drive you crazy like that? You know, because my grandmother's darker.
Right.
You know, so she was on her back in the days. You let this light-skinned bitch drive you crazy? So I'm like, Mom, a killer, boo. She like, and now she was too late on this, but this is when I seen my grandmother not being my grandmother. She was in pure form. Like, she like, nigga, the pussy is never yours, it's just your turn. And when she said that shit, I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm saying, you told me that too late though. Like, it's over now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she like, yeah, the pussy is never yours, it's just your turn. And a woman might not cheat, but she know which nigga got next. So, but my grandmother started dropping the juice too late. So she's like, yo, her mother said they called the cops. You gonna get time, and I'm going Monday to take my bail money back because you out on bail out and you just caught another case. They gonna take my bail money. You know what I'm saying?
She want her to take it before.
Before they dead on the bail money. Yeah. So the moms called. My first baby mother Jamaican. The moms called. So she like Jay, son, you fucked up my house. You destroyed my property. You're going to jail. You better turn yourself in. Right? So I'm like, oh, Miss Elaine, when I catch you, I'm going to body you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm operating off of emotions.
Yeah, you still mad.
Yeah, so when a black nigga say they on a run, you don't really be on a run. You just go from one neighborhood to the next. Niggas don't got chicken to go out the country and all that. I went to my aunt house on Burnside 2000 Valentine. 2000 Valentine. I went to 2000 Valentine where 2000 Valentine where the basketball dude was at that died. Malik Sealy, that was his name? Yeah, Malik Sealy. My aunt was living in his building or whatever. So I went there, and then eventually they caught me coming from Black Expo, and then that's how I entered the prison, went back to prison. 2 weeks. That shit wasn't on the run. I was just in another neighborhood. But I was going to different spots. I was going to Charlie's, this club called Level 3. You remember where Ozzy's was at? On 138th, they had a lounge called Ozzy's.
Yeah.
So, all right, so upstairs where Ozzy's was at back in the 90s, it was a club called Level 3.
Ozzy's like by a corner or some shit?
Yeah, it's by the corner on 138. They closed that shit down though, but that shit was jumping in one time.
Yeah.
But they caught me coming from Black Expo because I went to my grandmother's house. I was tired. I was supposed to sleep with a joint, but I went to my grandmother's house. She wakes me up 7 in the morning. Yo, you want to go to the Kingdom Hall? I'm like, nah, I don't want to go to no Kingdom Hall and all that. I'm stressed out. Whatever. I go back to sleep. She wake me back up at 8 o'clock, and then she like, yo, police is at the door. This was a Sunday. Them niggas broke the rules. The cops. So sometimes, you know, cops commit a criminal act to catch you doing a criminal act. They popped up at the crib, and then I noticed they didn't rush in. My grandmother's like, hurry up and come to the door. These niggas knocking on my fucking door. These crackers knocking on my door. I opened the door. They didn't rush in. They didn't lock me up or nothing. They was like, yo, Mr. Williams, you know, can you come in the hallway so we can speak to you real quick? If I knew what I knew now, if I didn't step in that hallway, they couldn't arrest me because they was down there with no warrant. They just took a chance to come. Like, oh, it's a Sunday, he'll be parked up. So eventually I stepped in the hallway. Then they was like, put your hands behind your back and locked me up. And then that's how everything happened and went.
Oh, so real quick. So when you was hitting her with the golf club in her ribs, what did dude? Y'all let him out? He ran, or he still?
No, he was on the floor shaking. He was out of it, like ligament. So I started seeing white meat, like chunks of white meat.
Oh, him.
Yeah. What made me stop was because when I looked towards the threshold of the door, her niece was holding my son. So the niece was looking. The niece was only like 7 at the time, 6. She was in shock. So I'm like, oh shit.
How old was your son?
My son he wasn't even a year yet because his birthday is June 3rd. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't a year yet. He was shy of a few weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks shy.
So the
of
70-year-old was holding him, and you beating her ribs.
Yeah, but it wasn't profusely. It was a fast 1, 2, 3. Like once she jumped on my back, I flipped up, banged her head on the wall a few times. She had long hair, and then I grabbed the golf club and like hit her like 4 or 5 times. And then I went to getting out of there. I told my man, rip the things out the wall. We got to get the fuck out of here. Because within that little time, it was probably like a 10-minute, 15-minute maximum. But I know cops is on their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got enough time in Mount Vernon and Westchester County niggas. They motivated by like hate and all that black shit, domestic violence. They pulling up. So yeah, it was everything was fast and sporadic because it was like a blackout. Because I remember when my man tried to grab me, I spazzed on him. Let me go, nigga, before I slice you the fuck up too. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga was like, yo, you bugging the fuck out. But I'm like kind of I'm foggy. You know what I'm saying? I'm foggy. So I'm glad.
Hurt, man. You was
yeah,
hurt.
I was
Deeply
hurt. I
hurt.
was twisted.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I went through that den because no chick can ever get me like that, like to that extent like that ever again. But it just was too the element of surprise. You caught off guard with the bro. You know what it is? You think you just coming to scoop your kid, and then you. No, bro, that shit was crazy. I laugh now.
But part of you didn't want to go when you said when you was on Burn, wherever you was at on the train.
When I was
you
on
didn't
Gun Hill
wanna
Road,
go.
I got the sign. My stomach started hurting.
And
I'm
you
like,
was
oh
gonna stop,
shit.
and then you just kept going.
Yeah, I just kept going, but I was gonna stop. I was like, oh shit, I gotta use the bathroom. Well, my man like, yo, we almost there. You can use the bathroom there. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. But yeah, you know, shit is
You did 13
crazy.
years behind that.
But no, the robberies too though.
Oh, that was combined.
Yeah, so my bid was ran wild but consolidated. So when I went to Westchester County, Janine Pirro was like, yo, all you got is a YO probation for drugs. Because I caught a YO when I was hustling for the Spanish dude that I told you was still alive. I caught a YO drug offense, right? That's when TNT used to ride around with niggas all day in the van, Tuesdays and Thursdays, TNT. So
Youthful offender.
yeah, I was a guy got a YO for that shit. But I'm in the van for hours, handcuffed. They going to different hoods, Cypress Ave. They snatching niggas. We riding around all day, but I'm shackled behind my back, bro. My fucking wings on my back.
That shit.
That shit was crazy. My wrist was swollen and all that. But so she's like, yo, you only got a youthful offender, a YO. So if you cop out to our case first, I can give you a 2 to 4, a 2 1/3 to 4 1/2. She like, if you try to go to trial, I'm gonna railroad you. Like, I got a 99% conviction rate. Westchester County, we don't play games with domestic violence. I said, this is not domestic violence. This is a crime of passion. She's like, no, the fuck it's not. It ain't a crime of passion. It ain't no temporary insanity. It's none of that shit. She's like, yo, this is
Nigga said a crime of
yeah, she said it's domestic violence.
movie shit.
She said it's domestic violence, and you're being charged with assault 1. You got 2 assault 1s.
Yeah.
Just your first offense, take this 2 1/3 to 4 1/2. And I'm like, what about the Bronx? She like, that's between you and them.
Right.
She like, but I'm gonna give you 2 weeks to think about this. And she gave me 2 weeks. I came back, I took that shit. My baby moms was in court every time religiously. Like, don't let this nigga out. This nigga gonna get me. You know what I'm saying? And fam was with her. So I took 2 1/3 to 4 1/2. Then I went up on her birthday. To upstate, and then they wound up sending me back down. Then I was fighting the robberies for like another year. And then they gave me like another 6 months because I was fighting from 9-5 to like the middle of 9-7. They gave me a 3 to 9. So the bid was ran wild but consolidated. So if it was concurrent, it would have just been a 3 to 9.
Right.
The dominant number supersede the law number. Now if it was ran consecutive, it is still if it was ran just regular wild, I'd have had to do that bid and then go get another number and do that bid. It was consolidated, so that made it a 5 1/3 to 13 1/2. I CR'd on it. I did 10. You know what I'm saying? I did 10 years, and then I came home in 2005, like June. And then I went back in 2006, like March. And I did a 2-year curfew violation. I got popped on 144th and 7th for something I ain't have nothing to do with. So I had a Muslim brother. He was into some mixed shit. I'm laid up in Dunbar with a buddy, but I used to work in the Pathmark on 145th when it was Pathmark. Remember that? Yeah, I used to work overnight. But I'm laid up. I was living near Dunbar with a chick. She lived in the building next to the car wash. So one of my Muslim brothers called me on, yo, come outside, I want to speak to you for a minute. Boom. I meet him on 45th and 8th. Then yo, I want to come with me to get a Lucy. We go to 144th and 7th. He's not telling me he got beef. Niggas is thinking he's calling me for backup. And bro, I to this day I don't know who the dude was, but my man know, cause my man said that was his little man. He was like, that ain't meant for you. Niggas apologize. That was meant for old boy. Old boy was selling work on niggas' block, and he was bowling nigga baby moms. But he got shot 8 times. I got hit once. The bullet went in out my feet. Cause once he started shooting, I tried to run towards 46 and 7, cause I know niggas that hustle on 46 and 7. I know they got it. You know what I'm saying? So he's on this side of me when we walking down 7th. When the dude first started dumping, I tried to run in the Arab store right there on the corner. So you know how when you make it to the next level of the board game on Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man bump?
Yeah.
This nigga panicking nigga never been through nothing. He runs into me, bing. So for a split second, I stood there like, fuck it, I'm gonna let this nigga kill me and shoot me because this dumbass nigga just bumped into me. But I'm gonna just stay here and let this nigga just clap me up. I'm gonna just die. But mind you, he's gone already. That nigga ran. So I'm talking to myself. But I'm so mad because he was unexperienced. Bro, if a niggas is dumping, you got to get out the way. If we'd have went in that Arab store, Habib would have had something. Or Fam would have had to come in. Them niggas be having machetes or something. If you come in the store, now it's close counter. I can fake bum rush you. I knock the cheddar chip right down. I can get up on you. This nigga hits me, boom, like we runs into each other. I'm like, damn, I might as well die because this nigga ran into me. So he's gone already. So now I hear the shit, shit going by me. I try to run the 7th, then I felt like something. It felt like something bit the back of my feet. My leg got numb, so I'm sitting there. Like, I'm just sitting there in the street like I couldn't run no more. Fam back on him. Fam catch that nigga like on 43rd, but on the uptown side. He's hitting him. Bang, 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 bang. He hit this nigga like 8 times. So anyway, the ambulance wound up coming. My man Ill Will, you know Ill Will from 44? He got the like split jaw. He got shot in the face before.
Nah, that probably got
all right, so
face.
Ill Will was like, Sheikh, you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. I just got, it went in and out, but I said it hit me in the leg. He like, all right, ambulance coming. So when the ambulance came, them niggas charged me $1,000 for that shit too. When they drove me to Harlem Hospital, they said the other guys here. They said the other guys here. So, yeah. So they said the other guys here. So I'm like, so I said, they said the other guys here in the hospital. I said the other guy. They like, yeah, your friend. He got in the cab and came here. That nigga got hit 8 times and made it to Harlem Hospital before.
Dang.
So yeah, so anyway, they put the iron down on my shit, check my shit. It's like the bullet went in and out. You got a little bit of fragments. Harlem Hospital is good with trauma. Yeah. And Lincoln, they good with gunshot wounds or whatever. But yeah, that was that, and that's how I caught the 2-year parole violation. Cause my P.O. Brown, my P.O. Brown, we still on the air though, right? Yeah. All right, cool. So my parole officer Brown told me, he was like, yo, you got 2 weeks to heal up, then I gotta violate you, and you gotta go to, you gonna go to the Beacon. So be ready. The Beacon is the wildest building on the island. All bets is off. Like Blood's packing Bloods up. Yeah. Everybody packing everybody up. Like ain't no favoritism, ain't no nothing. So I tried to heal up as best as I can for that 2 weeks. I'm walking on it and everything. Then they sent me to the Beacon. They violated me. I did the 2-year curfew violation. Then I came home in 2008 for 90 days. And then I went back in on another curfew violation. And I did, I maxed out in 2009. And then I've been home ever since. So
there you go.
August 28th this year was my 16th anniversary. So every year on August 28th, I celebrate.
So how long you been on?
16 years.
There you go. 2 jobs.
Yeah, 2 jobs. And
Taxpayer.
Work for the hospital, own apartment. I ain't no chicken. And I've been through the stages too. A bitch is saying, pack your shit. I'm coming home from work. My shit in the hallway. I said, yeah, I'm not going through that. Yeah, I said, I'm not going through, chicks find other nigga, this nigga got bigger meat. Cause chicks do that shit too. They want a nigga 12, 90 inches. They find a nigga with bigger meat, got more horsepower than you. Or they find a nigga more money than you, sugar daddy nigga. Yeah. And he paying you out of there, bro. Because they opportunists. They just gonna they gonna go from nigga to nigga So you see who got the most. Whoever's the most beneficial. So you know, this is my ID. I always keep it in my pocket. My Riverview ID. I maxed out from Riverview. You know what I'm saying? And I always keep that shit on me. It's a reminder. I always keep it on me, and then I always keep a benefit card of me when I was homeless. I've been homeless twice, fucking with women. You see how I look? I'm twisted right there. I had braids and all that. I was down. I was weighing like $140. But you know, do the parole violating me and shit like that, and then chicks saying pack your shit. I don't know. You get out my house. Like that shit was fucking me up. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put myself in a position where I don't never gotta be codependent or none of that shit again, because you know when you give people control over your life, or other people feel you need them or they in power over you, they'll always betray you and let you down. You know
100%.
So you know.
So before you go, can you drop a freestyle?
You want a freestyle?
Yeah, cause before you go.
No problem.
And niggas said, damn.
The camera still recording?
Yeah, they said record.
The radio's recording? Nah. Yeah, as long as the audio on, so the fans is listening to the station.
100%. They got the photo correct.
Yeah. As long as the fans listen to the station, we don't need we don't need the footage, man.
Yeah. We got plenty footage.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm a gritty vet. Jogging up Philly steps to the Rocky theme. Shooter like Zach Levine with more sticks than a hockey team. Chopper scream. Rip your left leg, Janis Joplin jeans. Oxy King. You fraudulent pharaohs. Straight proxy scheme. Scan the plate. Lay a nigga down like a pan of paint. Banner apes. All about the green without the gamma ray. Dinosaur. Melanated savages in this tribal war. World title tour. Bino bull. Rip your spinal cord. When and where. Military engineer in this hemisphere. Skin a bear. Then style it Mr. Childs if it's dinner there. Move along. Catch me in mutant form like Susan Storm. Pool of thorns and rip through a unicorn if he moving wrong. Fickle dude. All of my wives is into holistic fruit. Pick a group. The bars are box 'em in like a chicken coop. Basic weather. Harley David racing leather go great together. Asic sweater. Stuck in the Reagan era. I'm making cheddar.
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Iron.
There it is. Iron Sheikh.
Yeah.
You know, so you go get in the links, man.
So my Instagram page is Warlord Iron Sheikh, WARLORD IRON SHEIKH _ AOA. Warlord Iron Sheikh AOA. My YouTube page, Iron Sheikh AOA. All one word. My Facebook page is Iron Sheikh Williams. And my TikTok is Warlord Iron Sheikh as well, people.
But before you go, can you tell them what's the #1 show in Harlem, my
The
brother?
#1 show is The Beat, 139, man.
There it is.
Beat 139.
You're listening to The Beat 139. Harlem's #1 podcast. Featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash.
139.